Evening show, this afternoon's show, moving into the evening. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I've been sitting in for Paul Ross, who's having his vision corrected. And we were just having a little bit of a chat about our country's newest megastar. Although you wonder, has it ever not cost you much? Where's Leona? She won the X Factor. Where is she? Where's Leona? She was going to be huge. Leona! Where are you? What's she done? Anyway, she'll show up sooner or later. Meantime, all focus on Paul Potts. Nessun dorma. What's it all about? Had a call from Jackie in Rotherhithe. Hi, Jackie.
How you doing?
You got some Nessun dorma info for me?
Yeah, your Welsh accent was class, mate, I tell you that.
Have you got a bit of Welsh in you yourself?
Yeah, just about all of me.
Oh,
Anyway,
but you've left, innit? You've gone. You turned your back on the homeland. I can't believe it. First Catherine, and now you. But Charlotte Church, she'll never leave. She loves stomping the streets of Cardiff. Night in, night out, innit? Anyway,
right.
Let's get to some serious singing talents of Paul Potts and Nessun dorma.
Right, Nessun dorma is from Puccini's Act 3, and Turandot, the princess, has reached a time in her life when she must choose a husband, but she doesn't want to marry anybody. She wants to stay happy. So she says to her dad, okay, then I will get married, but each prince who wants to marry me each possible suitor has to solve a riddle. So no shortage of princes who want to try because she's gorgeous, but they can't solve this riddle that she set. But eventually Prince Caliph arrives on the scene, and he solves her riddle. And she begs him, please don't make me marry you, I don't even know you. And so he says, okay, then if by the time the sun rises in the morning, you can guess my name, then you don't have to marry me. Then the song goes on to say things like, may all the stars set, sort of the morning arrives quicker.
May all the stars set.
That's right, yes, that's basically it. And the last phrase, which you pronounced incorrectly, is vincero, vincero. It means I will win, I will
Nonsense. Win. It's Inchador. I've heard it many times. I stand by this. Inchador.
Vincero.
You see, what happens is people end up singing along, having no idea not only what it's about, but what the words are, what they mean. So you go, Inchador, in senne fonletzanza, in fen lemore, and Inchador. Nonsense. But listen, you've put some clarification. So it's sort of like a talent competition to win the heart.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Basically, it's to win the princess's hand.
Brilliant. And what about the rest of her body? Are there other competitions for that?
Well, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that.
How come you know so much about Nessun dorma?
Because I'm a vocalist and I sing that song.
Oh, well, talk about, I mean, we're going to have to hear a bit of it. That's legally allowed, isn't it, producer? It's a great show here. I can't hear anything my producer's been saying for the entire time. We can have a short blast. Listen, what stopped you entering Britain's Got Talent? Hold on with the answer, Jackie. Maybe we're about to find out.
I'd rather stick needles in my eyes than enter something like that.
Come on then, let's have a little bit of Nessun dorma, please, from Jackie. Sorry, I just pressed my X. I didn't. Do you know what I would have loved? When Paul Potts was so obviously walking that competition. Yeah, I would have loved it because everybody was weeping. Amanda Holder was wiping away tears that maybe she had been thinking about, looking at the camera going, please love me, Britain, wiping away tears that weren't there. I would love it if Cal just went, average.
Right on a take note.
Thanks for your call, Jackie, and thanks for your rendition. There's Jackie filling in some blanks about Nessun dorma. It sounds good. I think sometimes when you know what songs are about, it takes a bit away. When you don't speak the language, in Italian it sounds fantastic. It is Italian. You just go with it, don't you? I had a relative, a Hungarian, a little bit of Hungarian in me. I couldn't understand a word she was saying, and we got on better than I've ever got on with anyone in my family. She just spoke to me in Hungarian and kissed me and made me food, and we just didn't have a chance to fall out because I had no idea what she was talking about. So the lovely Italian language there, Nessun dorma, Paul Potts, bigger and better things. So listen, we've also been discussing throughout the show various topics, including something that sort of set fire I felt at stages was this thing about post. Because it's a boring part of the day, but it's a little bit of part of everybody's life, and that's what we like to share on London's Biggest Conversation. And we've got our latest, indeed potentially last story from Sarah in Surrey. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Has it been a good post day?
No, well, mine was quite a few years ago, actually. It was when I was 13.
You haven't got post for years?
No, it's all email these days.
Yeah, fair play.
It was when I was 13, and basically, you used to write off for pen pals in those days. Do you remember that?
Write to a pen pal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to write off for a pen pal, and I was writing off for an international pen pal. Well, I wrote off, and I didn't hear anything about it for a good few months. All of a sudden, this letter comes through the post, and it's stamped New York. So I thought, so I opened it. I was all excited. And I opened the letter, and it was the biggest shock, actually, because like on TV programs where people cut out words from newspapers.
Yes.
And send those
sort of death
letters.
threats and things.
Yeah, those sorts of things.
Oh, inchador.
It was from a New York prison, this letter. It was addressed to me, a 13-year-old girl, and I can't tell you exactly what was in the letter because it was just so rude.
It was addressed to you?
Pardon?
It was actually addressed to you?
It was addressed to me. I had my parents' address on it.
Uh-oh.
And basically, all I'll say is, Miggs in Silence of the Lambs? Do you remember that scene?
Clarice.
In Miggs, when Jodie Foster's walking along the corridor.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it was to the tune of that. And that's what it said in it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
it's quite a bit of a riddle you've set there. I feel like one of the suitors in Nessun Dorma. All right, so that was that's horrific post.
It was.
What a terrible post story to end this.
I never ever told my parents because I was scared of what they'll say. So it was
just a crank. It was crank post.
Yeah, but how did they get my address?
Well, weren't you sending it out, asking for a pen pal?
Yeah, but you write back, and in those days it was a PO box it writes back to.
Yeah, it's kids. Yeah, blame it on the kids. It's kids mucking around.
Postman.
Yeah, it's probably the postman.
Yeah.
Lunatic. Lunatic postman. Anyway, look, you're over it. That was many years ago. It's past, Sarah.
It was.
It's past, Sarah. And now we're just focusing mainly on bills and junk.
Oh, yes, I get those, yeah.
Do you still feel slightly tense when you're opening post?
No, but, we moved into a house, and I must admit I'm quite good, because the lady who moved in from this address, I send on her post to her in the meantime while she sorts herself out.
Well, listen, let's hope nothing like that should happen again. A low note to end what has otherwise been a glorious time with you this afternoon. London, I thank you very much for that. For everyone who's called in, for everyone who's texted, a couple of texts, just let me see these texts. Finally, few texts, all wonderful. Maybe the film Paul Potts starred in was remake of On the Buses. That's a bit of a nonsense. That's not the one I was looking for. I think you should stay on air. There we go. When Paul returns, let's have his show by post. Thank you, Tony. In the meantime, you've been listening to London's LBC.
I always choose my cars for pragmatic reasons. Benefit in kind, finance, that sort of thing. The fact that it stands out from the crowd at the golf club car park had nothing to do with it.
At HR Owen, business users can have an Alpha 159 1.9 JTDM Turismo with all service and maintenance costs included for just £279 a month over 35 months, plus an initial rental of £837. And the truth is, it's an Alfa Romeo from HR Owen. Visit HR Owen's showroom in Parsons Green or hrowenalfaromeo.co.uk. Finance subject to status, full details available on request.
Ever imagine teeing off at Augusta's beautiful but treacherous 12th? Well, now you can at London's newest attraction, Northwick Park. Northwick Park's Majors course is inspired by classic holes from around the world. There's also a huge driving range, massive golf superstore and golf academy. Try out our unique baseball cages and relax in our sports bar and restaurant.
Northwick Park, just 15 minutes from Baker Street Tube, near the new Wembley Stadium. Call 020 8864 2020. Age limit for baseball, see northwickpark.com.
Northwick Park, London's newest attraction.
What
saw that guy off the telly yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Had his trouser leg caught in a cab door. So funny.
So who?
Oh, you know. Tall, browny hair.
Right.
Off that drama. Always wears long jackets, had his legs stuck in the seat like he was doing the splits. Oh, you know him. Not sure.
There's times when you really wish you had a decent camera on you. With the new Nokia N95 mobile phone, you always have. It's got an incredible 5-megapixel camera. Available free on selected price plans at your local Vodafone store. Vodafone. Make the most of now.
Minimum term contract.
The Nightly News on LBC.
It's 6:30 tonight. A senior Met police officer tells the Nightly News his worries over terror planning for London 2012.
We're really trying to make sure that by the time we get to 2012, people feel safe, confident in the arrangements that we put in place.
The Nightly News with Jonathan Savage on LBC.
Plus,
we've tried our hardest to reach a negotiated settlement, but the truth is again that Royal Mail are refusing to negotiate whatsoever on reaching a settlement before strike action takes place.
I thought it was wonderful because some people don't get a chance to sing up there. It was brilliant. It was fantastic. It was fun. It was fun.
And I'm Alan Joyce in the LBC Travel Centre. There are long delays in both directions on the M4 this evening between Heathrow and Maidenhead after a series of accidents.
The Nightly News.
First tonight, a leading officer at Scotland Yard has told LBC of his concerns about security planning in the run-up to the London Olympics. Deputy Assistant Commissioner Richard Bryan says making anti-terror plans with the Olympic Board is too slow and convoluted. The Association of Chief Police Officers has also been told officials are considering drawing up an Act of Parliament to deal with Olympic security. Well, I spoke to Richard Bryan earlier where he clarified what he'd said at the ACPO conference.
Let me just put that absolutely straight. I did not say the Olympic Board was not fit for purpose. What I said was our planning, our supporting structures that work to the Olympic Board need to be looked at and they need to be strengthened so that we can make those decisions, so that we can work flexibly and efficiently with the Olympic Board. That's what I was concerned about.
Could you tell me about the concerns you've expressed to ACPO this week?
I was simply talking about the security infrastructure that we've put in place to support the Olympic Games. I mean, from the outset, let's just tell me I'm very supportive of the Olympic Board and what they're about. I think the Games is a great opportunity for London, and we need to be right up there behind the board. And what I was saying quite simply is we need to make sure that our decision-making structures are effective and our communication is tight enough so that we can support them as effectively as we can. Because as everybody knows, the security position can sometimes be fast-changing and really quite demanding. And we've really got to make sure that we're up to the job.
So far, have you found that to be the case?
At the moment, we are, but we know that the situation can change very quickly, and we've got to predict what might come ahead, and we have to think about the challenges we might face, and we need to make sure that our structures can address those challenges.
You've said that decision-making for the Games is too slow and too convoluted. Is that right? And what do you mean by that?
Well, we know that over the course of the next 5 years, there's going to be opportunities presented to us to make security really effective and hopefully by the time we get to the Games times, discreet. But there are commercial people involved in those decisions and they don't expect to wait. They expect us to have our arguments well lined up. They expect us to have decision-making in place and they expect us to be supportive when those opportunities arise. Now, my challenge is to make sure that we've got people lined up so that they can support them in that way. It's as simple and straightforward as that.
Is there the possibility that if we don't get this down correctly, we could see a situation where the 2012 Olympics are more open to a terrorist attack?
We're doing our utmost to make sure that this is a safe Games. We're really trying to make sure that by the time we get to 2012, people feel safe, confident in the arrangements that we put in place. And that's why we're having these discussions now, 5 years out. We had the Olympic Commission in London last week. The general feeling is that we're kind of a couple of years ahead in terms of general security planning. We're having discussions now that wouldn't normally happen for some significant time. And that's because we want to make sure that the Met is putting on a world-class performance for what we hope will be a world-class event.
That's the Deputy Assistant Commissioner Richard Bryan speaking to me earlier.
The Nightly News on LBC.
It's been confirmed the first national postal strike in over a decade will take place next Friday, the 29th of June. Staff from the Communication Workers Union have been meeting in Wimbledon and decided this afternoon to walk out over pay. Dave Ward from the union spoke to reporters outside their headquarters.
I want to say that the union has never asked for a 27% pay rise, and the union are not opposed in any shape or form to dealing with modernisation. What this dispute is really about is Royal Mail's business plan, which is designed to cut services, cut our members' pay and cut over 40,000 jobs. And frankly, it's completely unacceptable to the CWU. We've tried our hardest to reach a negotiated settlement with the company, but the truth is again that Royal Mail are refusing to negotiate whatsoever on reaching a settlement before strike action takes place. Therefore, in light of Royal Mail's actions, the union has today agreed a 24-hour strike that will start on the 29th of June. That strike is covering all members in Royal Mail Letters, all members in Post Office Limited, and will include those who work on counters and cash services.
Dave Ward there from the CWU. Dave added further strike action will not be ruled out.
We are prepared to continue to talk to Royal Mail, but we have said to them that we have also agreed further strike action that is designed to take place within 2 weeks of the 29th of June if we can't reach an agreement. The next bout of strike action will be particularly designed to put maximum pressure on Royal Mail at minimum cost to our members. We have a message today for Alan Leighton and Adam Crozier. If you want to settle this dispute before there's any further damage to our customers, then please come and negotiate with the union. It really is time that you got your hands dirty and you got personally involved in the negotiations.
Dave Ward there from the Communication Workers Union. Well, Adam Crozier from Royal Mail says Royal Mail will do all it can to mitigate the impact of strike action, but we are very disappointed for our customers at the disruption they are now facing. We remain very willing to sit down with the CWU to explain again the absolute need for Royal Mail to modernise and to underline how damaging a strike would be for the postmen and women and our customers.
The Nightly News on LBC.
6:37, and the man who runs Heathrow says it's so bad it makes him cringe. Chief Executive Tony Douglas has apologised for the crowding, but says it won't improve until Terminal 5 opens in March.
Well, I walk around the terminals every day, and I'm not always proud with what I see. There are challenges. We need to give customers, passengers what they deserve, and we have to fix the basics of that. There is no question and there's no excuse. But it's a lot harder to do that in an environment that's handling 68 million passengers in a place that was designed for 45.
Tony Douglas speaking to LBC last week. Well, he's now told the Financial Times Heathrow is handling 50% more traffic than it was ever designed for, and is now losing business to Amsterdam, Paris and Frankfurt. Earlier I spoke to Captain Mervyn Granshaw, the chair of BALPA, the British Airline Pilots Association. I started by asking him what he thought of Tony Douglas's comments.
Disappointed, but perhaps not entirely surprised. Frustrated ourselves as pilots because it doesn't do our industry or our businesses any good to have these problems for passengers just wanting to get onto aircraft. But I don't think it's quite as clear as he's suggesting. I think the responsibility is varied. I think, first of all, there is a responsibility on airlines to actually have sufficient check-in desks and sufficient staff manning those check-in desks so that you don't have the first queue, which we're all familiar with, which is in the immediate area in front of check-in, which is often, absolute chaos.
Is there enough room at Heathrow? I'm thinking particularly at Terminal 2, it can be quite crowded. Is there enough room for these check-in desks and this number of staff?
Well, no. I mean, there are two issues with that. One, of course, is that airports have progressively, and I'm sorry to be cynical, they're not so much about actually processing passengers, but they're actually retail shopping centres. And, not all of, by any means, is all of the area of a terminal just for the checking in and arrival of passengers. There's a huge amount that's shops because that's such a significant revenue generator for what is ultimately a captive audience.
Terminal 5 opens in March and there's going to be the new terminal to replace a couple of the old ones. Are you optimistic that this will help matters, or will the fact that there's another terminal just mean there's a greater case for another runway?
There is a greater case. It will help, but at the end of the day, and it's a bit like Gatwick, that airport there has grown. It's got, in addition to the old original South Terminal, a brand new North Terminal that is itself extending, but still only one runway. And there is a limit to the number of aeroplanes you can safely get in and out of a runway or two runways. So the terminal will help to a certain degree, but we need more runways.
You've flown all over the world, of course. How does Heathrow rate as far as airports for large cities concerned? Top 10?
We're very fortunate in that it's the number one airport in the world. Everybody wants to travel and connect through it. Partly that's due to the geography, partly due to the schedules and the variety of operations that go out of it. But in terms of passenger friendliness, I'm afraid it isn't probably in the top 10, and it could certainly improve, as could a number of others of our UK airports. Captain
Mervyn Granshaw, thank you very much indeed.
Our home has a lucky stair. Third from bottom, sit on it, and good things happen.
Love, I've got some happy news.
Darling, meet the new headmaster of Walton High.
Dad, straight A's, every subject.
So, guess where I headed before buying my next car? Stair 3? Nah, Network Q.
Buying a used car? Don't leave it to luck. At Network Q, our Vauxhall trained technicians carry out a multi-point check to give you complete peace of mind. Visit your local Vauxhall Network Q retailer or go to networkq.co.uk. Network Q. Used cars you can rely on.
This is the Nightly News on London's LBC 97.3.
At 6:41, Alan Joyce is in the travel centre. Big delays on the M4 this evening.
Yeah, very slow in both directions between Heathrow at Junction 4 and 89 for Maidenhead after a series of accidents in either direction, but all of which are now on the hard shoulder. And that western stretch of the M25 is very slow clockwise passing the M4. In fact, the queues are most of the way from Junction 10 at the A3 up to 18 at Chorley Wood. Elsewhere, Alderman's Hill in Palmer's Green is closed both ways after a serious accident outside the train station. Leabridge Road in Leighton is closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road because of an accident from earlier on there. Big delays to the north of town around Kingsbury, as Honeypot Lane is closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus, and on the Surrey stretch of the M25, 6 miles of queues anti-clockwise from 8 to 7, that's Reigate to the M23 after an accident. And on the tubes there are delays on the Circle and District lines. Nightly News Travel, your next update is at 6:51.
Still to come, Londoners give their verdict on the new O2 Arena Plus.
But also the loos at Glastonbury, that's the one thing. No. And once you've smelt a Glastonbury toilet, it never leaves you.
Find out who's turning her nose up at Britain's largest music festival next.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
I took the inside track.
Over 65,000 people have attended Inside Track's free introductory workshop since 2002 to see how they could profit from property without going around the houses. Inside Track 0870 1244 614 or insidetrack.co.uk.
OK, here's the script for Allied Carpets.
Right.
Masses of carpets, woods, laminates, vinyls and rugs are up to 50% off, and to get the point across, they thought it would be clever to cut all the words in half too.
Oh, I see. So that's why it says, Ally Cars have 50% off select carps, woods, lambs, vines and ruz.
Exactly.
They've gone mad.
I know. 50% is a lot to take off.
Excuse me, but is that bloke jumping around up there all right?
Yeah, that's Irish dancing he's doing.
He's dancing?
Dancing.
Oh, I'd love to, thanks. You'll have to show me the moves, though.
Whatever you get up to in Ireland, get there for less with Aer Lingus. Fly to Dublin from just £25 each way, including taxes and charges. Book now at airlingus.com. Terms and conditions apply. What are you waiting for?
Hello, this is Joanna Lumley. The conflict in Darfur and Chad has put more than 4 million people in immediate danger, but they can still be saved with your help. Donate to the DEC Darfur and Chad Crisis Appeal now by calling 0870 60 60 900 or online at dec.org.uk. Thank you on behalf of millions.
Ode to Boobs by Pip Bishop. Dear Boobs, this heartfelt apology goes out to you all. For moaning you're too big or moaning you're too small. For wishing you didn't hang like puppies in sacks or just disappear when we lie on our backs. For squashing you flat with a minimising cup or those torture bras that push you right up. Why is it always your bad points we mention? Like your inverted nips or your water retention. Why don't we love you as much as our men? Or the babies that love you all over again? Maybe we're scared to show you we care. In case, one day, you're simply not there.
Make it up to your boobs. Always remember to show them some TLC. Touch, look, check. To find out more, visit breakthrough.org.uk.
Nightly news, city headlines with Heathrow Express. Trains depart London Paddington every 15 minutes.
The London market spent the day on the back foot after overnight falls on Wall Street and continued interest rate fears hit blue-chip stocks. Retail and property firms suffered the biggest falls after investor nerves were tested following yesterday's 146-point drop on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and news that the Bank of England was only a whisker away from hiking rates this month. The FTSE 100 index closed down 53 points at 65.96 after a bruising session. The latest from the Dow is 13,450. You're listening to the Nightly News with Jonathan Savage. Some more of the day's headlines. A teenage girl's appeared in court, charged with murdering 18-year-old Shan Simpson in South London on Tuesday. Shan was stabbed in the heart during a disturbance in Croydon. A man's been critically hurt trying to stop his car being stolen in Streatham. He left the engine running on Abercairn Road yesterday morning. When he returned, there was a man in the driver's seat. Police investigating a suspected abduction say a young boy was seen being bundled into a car. The boy, thought to be about 9, was seen struggling in Redditch in the Midlands last night, but no one's reported a child missing. And here's your chance to be in the next Harry Potter film, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Producers are looking for someone to play Lavender Brown and Tom Riddle. You must be between 15 and 18. There are open auditions at Earl's Court on the Sunday the 1st and 8th of July.
This is the Nightly News on London's LBC 97.3.
Well, this time last night, we told you about how residents from Greenwich were about to get their first glimpse of the new O2. Well, 12,000 turned up to see the venue for themselves, and LBC had exclusive access. 300 local school children were the first group to sing at the new arena. Charlie and Jessie were two of the lucky ones.
I thought it was wonderful because some people don't get a chance to sing up there. It was brilliant. It was fantastic. It was fun. It was fun.
In the coming weeks, Prince and Justin Timberlake will also perform before 20,000 concert goers in an auditorium that promises to be the most advanced in Europe. Well, these people loved it.
Yeah, definitely come again for a concert. The acoustics were really good. The auditorium acoustics were fantastic.
I would come again. It's spectacular. It's a spectacular sight, and I think it's wonderful.
I'm really glad that they've turned it into like an entertainment field where everyone from the community can come to.
Well, the dome's been mothballed, of course, since the end of 2000, but it's not just the O2 Arena helping to bring it back to life. There are shops, restaurants, bars, and even a nightclub. David Campbell, the new chief executive, says there's no excuse not to visit.
It's 20 minutes from Bond Street to get here, so it's not very far away. We've also got high-speed boats going down the Thames. I think I'd say don't make a comment until you've tried it. Come and try it out, see what you think. I think we're happiest because we think the venue stands up for itself, so we're happy to be judged on what we've done inside the tent.
With 1 million tickets already sold for the arena, it's on course to prove a big hit. But just like the opening of Wembley 2 months ago, the cost of food is under the spotlight. David Campbell defends £7 for a cold sandwich.
I'm never sure you can have food when people are going, gosh, that's really cheap. So I think people are always going to talk about that. What we're trying to do is provide value for money, and value for money is giving people a full meal. So when we serve people a burger, we give them a burger and we give them chips as well with it, and we make it in front of them there.
Well, no doubt he'll soon get it. Bon Jovi are the first band to perform there, and it's on Sunday night.
The Nightly News.
Now, thousands of people are heading with their tents and wellies to Worthy Farm in Somerset for the Glastonbury Festival. So what is so special about Glastonbury? Here to try and enlighten us is our showbiz editor, Joe Parkinson. I've never been, Joe, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm so jealous that several of my friends are going this weekend. Does it appeal to you, though?
No, it doesn't. Not really. I mean, there's been a time when I think, I'd quite like to go. And when my friends come back with stories, I think, it does sound like quite good fun. But, I mean, I've camped at a festival before. I've done the Isle of Wight Festival and I've done V Festival. And I enjoyed the actual, first night and the first day there, and then after that I'm just dirty. I can't have a proper shower. I mean, if I could do Glastonbury in a Winnebago with hot showers, I would have an absolute whale of a time, in the VIP area. But just camping with everybody else, and especially because the weather's not going to be great this weekend, and Glastonbury has a history of mud and wet and rain. I mean, my friends went 2 years ago and their tent got washed away. They couldn't wear any of their clothes because they got soaking wet. I just couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest.
I went to Tea in the Park and had to rechristen it Pee in the Dark. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Not good.
The music was great. Was great.
I mean, that's what appeals about Glastonbury, is that it attracts some huge names, and, headlining this weekend we've got The Killers, The Who, Arctic Monkeys, Lily Allen, and then there's apparently the whole experience of meeting all new people, and they have a church, don't they? They have
all sorts of zones,
all different zones, and people can, pretend to get married, and there's all these stalls selling this, that and the other. There's the VIP area is always full of famous faces, and you'll see the likes of Kate Moss, Sadie Frost, the Rolling Stones, and all of their kids there. Sienna Millen is an absolute given. She's always there, and told me that this year she'll be doing it in style, because she reckons that in the past year she's embraced the festival spirit a bit too much.
I had an inflatable mattress, which was quite luxe, but you just have to surrender to the grot and take a lot of wet wipes.
Yeah, it's true. It's wet wipes for everything.
Wet wipes everywhere, just bags of them. Yeah, but I love being a bit muddy and grubby now and then. I think it's good for you. But also the loos at Glastonbury, that's the one thing. No, and once you've smelt a Glastonbury toilet, it never leaves you.
Ugh, nasty thought. Someone who won't be smelling a Glastonbury toilet is Dame Shirley Bassey. There's always one act that you won't expect to be on the bill, and this year it's her. She is flying in for the event, but told me that she won't be going anywhere near a tent or a wet wipe.
That's why they got me a Winnebago. There's no tent for me. I am not a country girl, actually. I'm very much a city girl. I'm flying in, and then after the show flying out.
You're flying out
yes,
again. There's no
helicoptering in. So I'm not a camping girl. I did it once in America with my family.
We'll have to watch it on the telly, I think. Joe Parkinson.
I was going to say, you can hear more from Dame Shirley Bassey on the Nightly News tomorrow night.
Marvellous. Joe Parkinson, our showbiz editor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alan Joyce in the travel centre, still very slow on the M4.
Yeah, the M4 solid out of town from Heathrow to Slough West, so junction 4 to 7 after a number of accidents earlier, but coming into town it does look better now. The M25 clockwise slow in patches from 10 to 18, that's the A3 to Chorleywood, and Alderman's Hill in Palmer's Green is still closed between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road following an accident by the train station. Lea Bridge Road in Leighton is closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road following an accident. The M25 very slow anti-clockwise for about 6 miles from 8 to 7, that's Reigate to the M23 following a crash there. It looks like the inside lane is still closed. And on the A12, a couple of lanes blocked heading out of town at Old Ford because of a crash causing delays back to Bow, but also very slow on the opposite side heading down to the Blackwall Tunnel as the Woolwich Ferry's down to one boat. And on the trains, Gatwick Express and Southern have delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction. Nightly News Travel, your next update is at 7.
I'm Chris Lowry with LBC's Weather for London. It's going to continue unsettled for the next few days and get cooler as well. So as we go into tonight, dry at first, but we will see an increasing risk of rain and showers coming up from the south later in the night. So it does mean tomorrow is likely to be rather cloudy with some showery rain around. And those showers will become more widespread and heavier as we go through the day, in fact. And by the afternoon, there could be some locally heavy downpours. Top temperature tomorrow, around about 19 degrees. Into the weekend, and showers will continue on Saturday with longer spells of rain around on Sunday. And as the wind turns more northerly, it's going to start to feel considerably cooler. Temperatures around about 17 or 18 degrees. Doesn't bode well for a good start to Wimbledon next week.
Nightly News.
Alex Jensen, what a day at Royal Ascot.
Yeah, the favourite didn't disappoint in the big race on Ladies' Day. Our racing correspondent Rupert Bell rounds up the highlights from Berkshire.
A huge crowd of over 60,000 dodging showers on Ladies' Day, but they've had plenty to enjoy on the track, most notably the success of Yates in the 200th anniversary running of the Ascot Gold Cup, as he won the race for a second successive year. Europe's most important staying race was once again won in emphatic fashion. He did look as though at one stage he was going to be challenged by Geordie Land, but in the end ran out a comfortable 1 1/4 lengths winner. Other highlights on this day included the success of Jimmy Fortune in the opener on Winker Watson, his 5th winning ride of the week, and Silkwood in the Ribblesdale. Rupert Bell, Royal Ascot.
Former England cricket coach David Lloyd's told LBC Kevin Pietersen would have been his choice to be the next one-day captain, just as KP's ruled himself out of the running. Pietersen insists the time's not right, though he would be humble to do it in the future. More from David Lloyd at lbc.co.uk. Click LBC Plus and head to the sports section. And it looks like Sven-Göran Eriksson is heading back to English football. Man City's would-be owner Thaksin Shinawatra confirmed he's been in talks with the former national coach about the vacancy at Eastlands. The former Thai Prime Minister's made a formal offer for the club. That's the latest from the LBC Sports Centre.
Live London. Discover London's best-kept secrets at visitlondon.com.
You can tickle your taste buds at the Taste of London in Regent's Park. Top chefs including Anthony Worrell-Thompson, Gary Rhodes, Gordon Ramsay and Tom Aikens will be showing off their skills this weekend. Ben Taylor was at the opening day for the Nightly News.
It's great to pamper your palate right here in the centre of London. Hundreds of us have turned up following the scent of food. As I look around Regent's Park, it's full of white marquees housing everything you need in the world of food and drink. 50 of the top restaurants are here, giving you the chance to try small portions of their signature dishes. So it's a real good place to try some of the finest food our city has to offer without paying the mega bucks they usually charge. There are wine tasting courses, human fruit machines where you can win food, TV's River Cottage is here demonstrating its organic way of life, and you can even sample fresh custard ice cream there. Gordon Ramsay will also be making some appearances at his F-word stand. And here's some of the fun I've already been having.
I'm Michel Roux from Le Gavroche restaurant.
And why is your food so special?
My food's so special because it's classic French, and classic French means it's yum yum. Just served up a lovely piece of braised ox cheek, so it's slow cooked for about 8 hours in red wine, served with gratin dauphinois, which is a classic cream potato dish.
I'm stood now in Tom Aikens' kitchen. Why is the Taste of London festival so amazing?
I think it just gives the general public the opportunity of trying, a huge diverse amount of restaurants, from Indians to Chinese to Japanese to Italians, obviously to French, to fine dining, and without obviously paying the full price. And it just gives them an insight into what, all the restaurants in effect do.
So you're going to give me a little bit of a sample of some of the food that you're dishing up today. What am I actually going to try?
You're going to try, it's pork belly with chickpeas.
So I'm about to try this pork now.
With chorizo, paprika.
Well, it's nice and moist. Sometimes when I usually try and cook pork myself, it's always dry. How do you get it nice and moist?
What we've done, we've braised it, and then we set that, and then obviously we then pan fry it. So it obviously, because it has been braised, it's nice and moist.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you very much as well.
So I'm going to end my day off here at the Taste of London Festival in style with a bit of champagne and some oysters, and I understand these oysters are very special.
They come from France, they call them finicle, and they're very tasty. They stay in the water with the seaweed for a long time, so that's why the flavour very tasty.
Let's give it a go. Nice, I think.
More from Ben after the news on 11:52 on 97.3, though it's Iain Lee.
The Nightly News on LBC.
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you disappointed with your endowment policy? Have you received a letter saying your endowment may not pay off your mortgage? If so, and you're thinking of surrendering your policy back to the life company, make sure you call AAP first to see how much more it could be worth. David Taylor from Oxford sold his policy through AAP and used the money to pay off his mortgage.
I'd asked my life company how much I could get for my policy. They told me £16,000. I called AAP and I got nearly £2,000 more. It was simple and quick, and AAP handled everything without any charge.
David is one of thousands who've sold their endowment policies through the UK's largest buyer. Call AAP now on 0845 073 1960. That's 0845 073 1960.
OK, here's the script for Allied Carpets.
Right.
Masses of carpets, woods, laminates, vinyls and rugs are up to 50% off, and to get the point across, they thought it would be clever to cut all the words in half too.
Oh, I see. So that's why it says, Allied Cars have 50% off select carps, woods, lambs, vines and ruz.
Exactly.
They've gone mad.
I know. 50% is a lot to take off.
On 97.3
DAB
and online,
London's biggest conversation, LBC.
At 7, prepare for postal problems as 24-hour strike is announced. Deputy Assistant Commissioner tells LBC of his Olympic security concerns, and Potter producers look for London talent to join Harry. It's 7 o'clock, I'm Jonathan Savage. The first postal strike in a decade has been announced. It's going to take place next Friday for 24 hours and follows a row between Royal Mail and the Communication Workers Union. Dave Ward from the union says there are a number of issues they're not happy about.
What this dispute is really about is Royal Mail's business plan, which is designed to cut services, cut our members' pay and cut over 40,000 jobs.
Royal Mail says it's willing to keep talking. One of London's most senior police officers has told LBC of his concerns about security planning in the run-up to the Olympics. Deputy Assistant Commissioner Richard Bryan says making anti-terror plans with the Olympic Board is too slow and convoluted. The Association of Chief Police Officers has also been told officials are considering drawing up an Act of Parliament to deal with Olympic security. Mr Bryan's told LBC he fully supports the Games, but we must be prepared.
What I was saying quite simply is we need to make sure that our decision-making structures are effective and our communication is tight enough so that we can support them as effectively as we can. Because as everybody knows, the security position can sometimes be fast-changing and really quite demanding. And we've really got to make sure that we're up to the job.
A man's been critically injured trying to stop his car being stolen in Streatham. He'd left the engine running on Abercairn Road yesterday morning, and when he returned, there was a man in the driver's seat. He then jumped on the bonnet, and as the driver drove off, he was thrown from the car. 60 police officers are searching for a boy after other children say they saw him being abducted. The boy, who's about 9, was seen being bundled into the boot of a car in Redditch in the Midlands last night, but police have had no reports of a missing child. Watch out for Crusher Ken. The mayor's told LBC he'd like to crush the limo of the American ambassador, with the ambassador still in it. It's over the congestion charge row. The embassy in Grosvenor Square has led the diplomatic opposition to it. They say they're exempt from what is a domestic tax. Now here's your chance to be in the next Harry Potter film, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Producers are looking for someone to play Lavender Brown and someone to play Tom Riddle. You have to be between 15 and 18. There are open auditions at Earl's Court on Sundays the 1st and 8th of July. If you're away from your radio and want to stay in touch with the latest news, weather and travel, go to lbc.co.uk and click on News on the Go to find out how. London's Travel, Alderman's Hill and Palmer's Green is closed both directions between Greens Lane and Devonshire Road after a serious accident. And London's weather for tonight: sunset at 9:20, a dry start to the evening but showers later on, a low of 12 degrees Celsius. Sunrise tomorrow is at 4:42. It'll be cloudy with showers to start. They could get heavier later on, a high of only 18 degrees. LBC, the time now is 7:03.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. So the M4 still looking slow heading out of town from Junction 4 at Heathrow to 7 at Slough West following a series of accidents earlier on, but it's starting to move a bit better now. Likewise, the M25 still slowing clockwise in patches from 10 to 16. That's the A3 up to the M40. Alderman's Hill in Palmer's Green is shut both ways between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road. It's following an accident outside the train station. It has been closed for several hours now. And Leabush Road in Leighton is closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road following an accident there. There's a big closure north of town on Honeypot Lane. Now that's shut from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus after a burst water main. And the M25 in Surrey has one lane blocked anti-clockwise between 8 and 7. That's Reigate to the M23. It's causing about 6 miles of queue still though. And do be prepared for delays around Tower Bridge because it's lifting twice in the next 3/4 of an hour at 7:15 and again at 7:45. On the trains, Gatwick Express and Southern have delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction. Your next update's in 15 minutes. LBC 97.3 travel with Confused.com, the online search engine for car insurance.
Why do you go on holiday? Because of the warm weather, the pace of life, the food? Why do you come home? Because you have to. Actually, you don't.
With Papilia, you can buy a property on the beautiful island of Cyprus and enjoy that holiday feeling forever. Don't miss the Papilia Property Exhibition at the Hilton Hotel Croydon on Saturday 23rd of June and Canizaro House Hotel Wimbledon on Sunday 24th of June from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or call free phone 08000 850 870.
Alright, Van Man, it's me, Lava Man. You know, bad guy, red hair, flames on a body. I hear you've got one of those Kangoo venture vans with air conditioning and free TomTom sat-nav, which allows you to discover the whereabouts of my volcanic lair and keep you cool enough to penetrate into its deep fiery centre. So, I'm moving. Yes, I'm moving. Somewhere you'll never find me, sir.
The next train to Margate is now approaching. Thank you.
Blast.
The new Kangoo Venture with air conditioning and free TomTom, all for just $7,995. For more information, visit renovans.co.uk. Offer available for business users only. Renault. You guys are heroes.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
Day 2 of Ringo Starr Week and a Half. I have done my back in. Oh, sweet Lord Jesus. Where are you when we need you? I'm walking around like an old man. I sat down. I got on the tube today, and I sat down. Okay, so there's the benches on the tube platform, and a man who must have been 100 years old. This man, and we both went to sit down at the same time, and he got down before me. Oh, he got down before me. I thought, this is not good. My back has not been great the last couple of days, and then it was all right this morning, and so I thought I'll go to the gym. Oh, I've had Helen's not particularly happy today. Chris, are you in a good mood or?
Yeah, I'm wicked.
Oh, get knotted!
What?
Get knotted, you in a good mood, and my day's all right. Get knotted!
Well, I was just going to offer to rub it for you.
Get knotted, you pervert! No, I've had such a rubbish day, that has involved me being lied to, arguments, me having to swallow my pride. Me running away and hiding from 3 people, one of them twice. What else? Oh, a woman going into the back of my car on the way to work. Flip it. It's just when I thought nothing could get any worse. I'm driving to work, I thought I'll get to work, it'll be fine. Woman went into the back of my car. And I got out, and I was really, I just thought, what did I expect? To get to work safely? And this woman goes, I'm so sorry. You know what it's like when you got kids in the car? So, what? You should be paying more attention when you got kids in the car, you stupid woman. I didn't say that, I just went, She goes, well, your car looks all right. I said, well, I'll let a mechanic be the judge of that. So.
You probably don't want to hear this either, but.
What?
We're out of milk.
Oh. Red Bush with vanilla is the new thing. We don't have milk with that, Chris, so, that's, John Shuttleworth's coming in at 8 o'clock, though, so that's going to be good. And when he comes in, I don't want any of us bringing him down, okay? We all need to Put on a brave face. Turn the frown upside down, Helen.
I had a row with somebody yesterday on the bus.
Go on, what about?
Well, he was being aggressive and violent.
You often encounter aggressive, violent people on buses, don't you?
I do, and I think where I go wrong, or so, is because I challenge their behaviour, because I can't stand being bullied. We were being bullied on the bus.
That's quite dangerous, though, to do that.
So somebody told me at the time, but I felt so sick inside that 8 or 9 people were being bullied by one person that I just had to say something and risk the fear factor. I just risked that.
Well, well done you.
Yeah.
Yesterday was at Rubbish Show. I did a thing on Radio 4 on Monday night, that thing for Georgia, saying Bernard Manning was a homophobe and a racist. Someone phones up yesterday to have a go at me. You've offended more people than Bernard Manning ever could. You're like Ben Elton, you are. Ben Elton finished Benny Hill, you're trying to finish Bernard Manning. I said, what on earth are you talking about? And he couldn't. It took him like 3 or 4 minutes to answer the yes-no question. Is it acceptable to be offensive to black people? Well, that's not the point. Just answer it yes or no. Well, no, that's not the... Just answer it. And then, right, you know that little so-and-so, Ben from Hemel, who's banned forever. Forever and ever and ever. Until I see him, then I'm going to... Ever. We were a bit short on call, so we put him on. Biggest mistake of my life. Biggest mistake of my life. He phoned up to have a go about Bernard Manning, something he's obviously not interested in. He just wanted to have a pop. So now when he phones up, and he will phone up tonight. If he doesn't phone up tonight, he'll phone up tomorrow. If he doesn't phone up tomorrow, he'll phone up soon. I put him on this phone, and I put that there. And he talks away to himself. Wittering away. Like the 14-year-old little so-and-so he is. Dearie me. Still, John Shuttleworth's on tonight at 8 o'clock, so that when he comes in, let's try and... Everyone jolly up a little bit. I think will be the thing. And I'm just filling Helen in on all the gossip because she's been away a couple of days. It's Ringo Starr week and a half, and it started yesterday. And we are going to have, Chris, I'm going to say this as though it's a fact, you correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to have Ringo Starr on the phone by the end of next week? Ooh.
Have you done a mega mix montage when he's on, just before he's on?
I did send you the text.
I'll get him on. Yeah, he's coming on. Yeah, I'm saying it. He's coming on.
You're going to say he's definitely coming on?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a promise now, and if he doesn't, then... Listen to this, Alan. It really annoys me when people say, Ringo Starr can't sing. Oh, Ringo, he's rubbish, he can't sing. You're being all postmodern on it, he can't sing. Well, this is Ringo Starr singing Stormy Weather, okay? And if this man can't sing, then I'm gonna quit radio. Listen to this.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather. Since my girl and I ain't together, keeps raining all
I love him. I love him. There's a bit in a minute where he does a little wobble. He's just the greatest. Listen to this.
Life is bad.
Oh, man.
Gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather. Just can't get my poor self together. I'm weary all the time.
And then, okay, so that's him doing the standard. Then this is him doing experimental with country. Oh, it's just brilliant. The man is multi-talented. Ringo Starr.
I left Louisiana. I had me big plans to go out and take me all over this land. To see
it is.
the world.
It's his country album. I've got the whole thing on this little white box. We'll play it all later.
But now here I stand.
Now. We'll play that to John Shuttleworth later on, who is a musical expert, ladies and gentlemen. And if he says Ringo Starr can't sing, then I give up show business, because that man has got talent. It's a whole country album. I've listened to a lot of Ringo the last couple of days. I've got some of his hits on there. I haven't got Back Off Boogaloo, which is... Have I got Back Off Boogaloo on it? Because it's just I don't think I have got it on there. I couldn't find it. But it's like a it's like a T-Rex song, and it's him doing it. It's just superb. Anyway, there's a reason that we... no, I don't want to take any calls in this quarter, to be honest. I'm quite happy just sitting here having a whinge. So the three... Oh, I don't know if I name the... I'm at the bus stop, right? I've had a really bad day. Bad day. Probably not as bad as your couple of days, but in my world, it's a bad day. Including the saga with the cleaner that was the cleaner.
The cleaner you've just got last week?
Yeah. I'll tell that story later on, because I was effing and... I put the phone down, and the language that came out of my mouth... And then I started crying, because I was so frustrated and so angry. I didn't know any other outpouring. So I've had all that, I've had all this stuff, I've had all this stuff thinking, I've completely misjudged how much is in my bank account, and all of this, I've done my back in, and then I'm at the bus stop, right, to go and get a haircut. I'm at the bus stop, and suddenly the lady from downstairs comes up to the bus stop. I know her, she's really nice lady, but I didn't want to talk to her, did not want to talk to her. So I start sending a text to someone going, I'm just sending you this text because the lady from downstairs has come up to the bus stop and I don't really want to talk to her. Then I looked up, and next to me it's Roland Riveron, who I sort of know a little. I noticed, I've done a couple of jobs with him, I know to say hello to. And again, a really, really nice bloke. And then I went, oh God, now Roland Riveron's standing next to me. I don't want to talk to him. So I'm there for like 3 minutes looking at my phone, sending texts to no one, so I don't talk to either of them. And Roland Riveron is one of the nicest blokes. I just did not want to talk to him because I was in such a foul mood. And then the bus pulls up, and I've got Roland behind me, and he must know I'm there. I've got him behind me. I managed to sort of blank him with my body. And the woman from downstairs is there, and I sort of nodded to her and went, all right. And then a lady was trying to get on with a buggy. And I said, oh, do you need a hand with the buggy? No, I'm fine. And so she got on the bus, and then she was faffing around in the door quite a bit with the bus. We were waiting. It was all getting, I think, I'm going to get sat on a bus next to two people that I don't really want to get sat... And then we're going to get on the train, and that's it. It's done. And then another bus pulls up behind. And this woman was faffing around, and I went, I'm going to get the other bus. And I ran off. And I actually said, I'm going to get the other bus. I ran off to the other bus. And then, so I get the other bus. Is it Alan tonight? Alan Joyce? Hello?
Hello.
Is it Alan Joyce?
It's me.
Anyway,
yeah.
You have to wait a minute.
Yeah.
So, then I get to Highgate Tube, okay, and I've Oyster-carded in and stuff. And I was looking down, I Oyster-carded in, and I looked up, and Roland Riveron walked right past me. And so he's like 2 foot in front of me. I was like, oh. And I pretended my phone had gone. I went, hello, yeah, oh, all right, yeah. And I walked off. And then later on, I was coming out the hairdressers, and I saw another comic coming towards me. I don't particularly like, I'll be honest.
Right. Why didn't you just say hello to the woman and say, hello, Roland, and then it'd all be... It wouldn't, because I'd have had to sit next to them on the bus, I would have had to sit next to them on the tube, and I would have had to spend 30 minutes with people when really I wanted to just cut my nose off. You didn't get the Silver Link, did you, instead of getting the Victoria line?
No, I didn't do that, but I was close. I was close to going around the corner, getting the 102 and getting onto Bounds Green. Anyway, Alan...
102. No, don't get on the 102.
Why?
Whatever you do. Don't know.
What?
Just don't get on it.
You must have hidden from people, Alan.
Never.
Never.
Why? No, I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Well, I've not done anything wrong to these people. They're both very nice, good, decent people. I just didn't want to talk. I'd had such a bad morning. I was in a combination of like extreme anger, the anger where I could punch a dog's head off.
Yeah.
And just the depths of depression where I just wanted to hide in my bedroom for a week and cut my eyelashes off. Do you know those two feelings, Alan?
You sound really happy now, though. That's the main thing.
I'm doing it for radio.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. You just want to get to the travelling out of this conversation, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Here we go, it's Soulless Joyce, get on with it.
Alderman's Hill in Palmer's Green is closed both ways between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road because of an accident just by the train station there. Leabridge Road in Leighton is still closed between Northumberland Road and the Higher Road following an accident. And north of town, Honeypot Lane is still closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus, and that's following a burst water main there as well. That could be closed for several days. Looking at delays around Tower Bridge at the moment, the bridge is lifting at around now and again in about half an hour's time, so it will be very slow around Tower Hill for a while. On the motorways, the M25 anti-clockwise is slow from 8 to 7. That's Reigate to the M23, and the M4 is also still looking busy heading out from Junction 4 to 7. That's Heathrow to Slough West after a series of accidents there. And just a reminder as well, the A12 is still looking very busy around Old Ford, southbound because the Woolwich Ferry's down to a one-boat service, so lots of people using the Blackwall Tunnel instead, but northbound following a crash earlier where there's still one lane closed. On the trains, Gatwick Express and Southern have delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction. On the tubes, delays on the Jubilee Circle and District Lines. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
Next time you're out shopping and get caught out in a downpour, remember you can check out the latest weather on your mobile phone. Just call 0901 723 6666 and choose Weather. Weather. You can also select to hear news and travel updates. Store 0901 723 6666 into your mobile now and stay in touch with LBC wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Calls cost 35 pence per minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary. News, travel and weather on the go from LBC.
Smoking will soon be departing from this station.
Here we go. 1 cod and chips, no smoke on the side.
From July 1st, if it's an enclosed public place or workplace, it'll be against the law to smoke inside. If you do, you could be fined £50 or end up in court. England goes smoke-free July 1st. For information, visit smokefreeengland.co.uk.
I'll tell you what, Gov, I had that smoke in the back of me cab once. Not anymore.
Look here, I'm an estate agent, not a vicar. Working at the weekend? No chance. I'm closed this Sunday. After all, I'll be on the fairway playing golf. Not my organ.
At Foxtons, we're open all day Sunday, so we can show tenants around your property, while other agents play around. Demand more from estate agents. Visit foxtons.co.uk.
A reviving cup of coffee while you're shopping. A revitalising lunch with friends. A refreshing glass of wine at the end of the day. A romantic dinner before the movies. Relax with your favourite people at the Boardwalk at Lakeside. There's a great choice of restaurants, Italian, American, Japanese, as well as a 9-screen cinema, all by the waterside. The Boardwalk at Lakeside, open from morning till night. Isn't it time you took a stroll?
Do you think you're funny? If you do, LBC 97.3 invites you to the London auditions for the Nicotine L Lose the Smoke, Keep the Fire comedy tour. Show us how funny you are and you could win yourself an all-expenses-paid trip to the Edinburgh Festival, including a comedy masterclass from a top comedian. For more details and a chance to win £1,000, log on to lbc.co.uk. The Nicotine L Lose the Smoke, Keep the Fire comedy tour with LBC 97.3. Nicotine L lozenges stop smoking aids contain nicotine. Always read the label. Requires willpower. Terms and conditions apply.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
This is Back Off Boogaloo. But it's from an album called... It's called Best of Moog. It's not actually got Ringo singing on it, but it goes... Back Off Boogaloo. Back Off Boogaloo. Back Off Boogaloo.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Boogaloo is bad. Back off Boogaloo. I said, back off Boogaloo. It's literally, that's all the words are, I think. Then it changes. I don't know this bit. Go on, Chris, do it.
Back off Boogaloo.
Go off Boogaloo. I said, back off Boogaloo. I said, back... Jeez, Chris, we're not playing Wembley.
Oh.
We're not the Who. What are you doing?
Sorry.
You ruined it there with the feet. You ruined that.
I thought we were the Who.
No, we're not the Who. We're not the Who. You're, you Care and Nature. What did we decide you were called? It was Care and Nature or something, wasn't it?
Call of Nature?
No, Call of Nature. It wasn't called about urine. No, what was the band that that fruitcake woman came up with?
Careless Nature.
No, In Touch My Nature. Was it that? I read it. I threw that bit of paper away yesterday. I had that bit of paper and I ripped it up with your band names on. I actually did. Go on, show it. Go on.
Back off Boogaloo.
We're not singing in tune to the bit that it's doing it to. Back off. It's not my bit now. Boogaloo. Back at my bit. Back off Boogaloo. I said, back off. Rolly. Boogaloo. I said, back off Boogaloo. I said, back off. Don't sing it, my bit. Baloo. Back, not yet. Boogaloo. I said, back off Boogaloo. I said, back off Boogaloo. Might be your bit in a minute. I don't know.
Right.
No, it's not. It's fading to the end now. It's fading to the end now.
I don't like doing singing.
No, because you're an idiot. Right. So, So anyway, I came out with the hairdressers, and we've got a new feature, possibly featuring Joe, my barber. We'll have to talk about. Where he just gives the best advice, man. He gives the best advice. I was there just whining and whinging, and he said, right, what you got to do is this, what you got to do is that, what you got to do is that. And I went, oh yeah, you're right. So he's spot on. So I think we should get him every week. So not next week. He's on his honeymoon. Just do it. Like answer one question a week. It's brilliant. He just gives his best advice. Like, all right, do that. Yeah, don't worry about that. Do that. I was like, oh yeah. He's like perfect.
And hairdressers can talk, can't they?
Well, yeah, they can. Okay, now I'm not saying this to be shocking. I wonder if there's a mute hairdresser anywhere. If there's anywhere a hairdresser that is medically unable to speak. If that's you, give us a... No, there must be somewhere.
It could be my hairdresser. He doesn't talk to me at all.
What do you mean it could be your... Well, does he tell you how much it costs?
No, I just know the amount and just give it to him at the end.
Oh, he sends you psychic?
Well, and the other guy, he only ever says 2 words. Yes, boss.
Yes, but I've been saying boss a lot. I've been calling a lot of people boss recently.
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss. So the cleaner was booked to come at 1 o'clock today. I was very excited, very nervous about it. No. Oh, by the way, last night I had a few hours sleep. Horlicks. I had a cup of Horlicks. How like that? Not quite like that. That would have been. But I did. I had the Horlicks about 11:30, and it wasn't until 4:30 that I woke up when my cat was fighting downstairs with another cat, and then I thought it was 7:30. So I got up. I thought I might as well get up now, but it was only 4:30, and then I couldn't sleep again. But the Horlicks, I'm going to bring some Horlicks in tomorrow, Chris, so you can have a bit of Horlicks.
Shall I have some at the start of the show?
And see if you sleep?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good idea. Hang on, what's this? Drip. Hang on a minute. Who's this Alison room? Right, I'm banning this woman's email. Listen to this stupid mare. Listen to this stupid woman. A few things. Cleaner, you start crying. Sitting in a burger bar, you start crying. Arguments with friends, you start crying. Films, you start crying. What's the matter with you, you drip? Stop it. Shut up! I also have visions of you walking past all these different people, and every time they're saying to themselves, oh God, it's Iain Lee, or that Burke who lives upstairs. I really don't want to talk to him. I hope he doesn't say anything. You sound like Richard Madeley. He makes all these assumptions regarding his persona too. Shut up! Can you stop being so, I'm going to say bumlicky, when interviewing? That David Cross, or whoever, the other day was appalling. You sounded like Steve Allen. In fact, you're becoming more and more like him every day. What with your sidekicks? My sidekicks? Anyway, I saw Steve Allen today, said hello. And acid tongue on the radio, but not saying boo to a goose in real life and sucking up to people. Stop it! But the thing is, love, we only get people on the show, okay, that I really... We've got John Shuttleworth coming on, we only get people on the show that I really like. So I'm going to sound like... I wasn't kissing his backside. I was just agreeing with pretty much everything he said and saying that I thought his whole back catalogue of work was brilliant, which I do. If we had a guest on the show who I disagreed with, who I didn't like, whose work I thought was rubbish, I would tell them that. But we don't really have guests on here because it's, it's kind of, we're not going to get every Tom, Dick and Harry that's promoting stuff, although John Shuttleworth is promoting his tour, he says. But... Oh, block that stupid... Alison Linton, block her stupid email address. I'm losing it, Helen. Seriously. I'm going postal in here.
Does someone call us psychics?
I think so. How patronising.
Are you talking about us?
Well, it was either you or Vinny, and I don't... Either way, it's patronising and obnoxious.
Oh, talking about Vinny.
Vinny, are you my sidekick?
Sorry?
Yeah, OK, you should be sorry. Well done, you. So anyway, what's my out time, by the way? Because I may not have time to tell my cleaning story.
Hang on.
I gave you 28.
Oh, did you?
Did you see that one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, do you want to give it to me?
Oh, it's 28.
Exactly.
Yes.
I haven't got time for the cleaner story, then. I haven't got time for the cleaner story.
Oh,
she's annoyed me.
Yeah.
I'm in a foul mood today. Remind me when John Shuttleworth comes in to bring it up.
Lift
it up.
The mood.
People are being horrible to each other all over London.
They are. They really are. They really are. I blame Chris.
What?
Yeah.
I blame Vinny.
I'm having a really good day.
I blame Chris and Vinny. Vinny, we blame you.
What?
Exactly. So, we've only taken... Oh, God. We do ads.
Where can you get brand spanking new Simpsons 4 years before everyone else? Where can you get lost on a desert island and still be ahead of the others? Where else can you get to see Sir David Jason as an elf? Where can you get to see Vic Reeves blowing up caravans in the name of science? Where can you get Ross Kemp infiltrating the most violent gangs in the world and winning a BAFTA for it? Where else can you get a day that lasts for 24 weeks and love every second? Are you getting any of this? Sky One.
OK, here's the script for Allied Carpets.
Right.
Masses of carpets, woods, laminates, vinyls and rugs are up to 50% off, and to get the point across, they thought it would be clever to cut all the words in half too.
Oh, I see. So that's why it says, Ally Cars have 50% off select carps, woods, lambs, vines and ruz.
Exactly.
They've gone mad.
I know. 50% is a lot to take off.
£50,000.
A £1 million portfolio.
6 properties.
A £1.67 million portfolio.
£100,000 profit.
Maybe more. I can never remember.
Inside Track helped these people turn an ambition to invest in property into portfolios, equity and profit. Find out if you could do the same at a free introductory workshop. If you want to profit from property, don't go around the houses. Take the Inside Track, creating over £139 million of equity for our customers since 2002. Call 0870 1244 614 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
It's 7:30. I'm Michael Trabulsi. Good evening. The first postal strike in a decade has just been announced. It's going to take place next Friday for 24 hours and follows a row between Royal Mail and the Communications and Workers Union. Union leaders say more strikes are planned. Royal Mail says it's willing to keep talking. The parents of Madeleine McCann say they remain focused on the search for their daughter following reports of a series of possible sightings on Malta. It's understood a girl matching the 4-year-old's description was seen in the city of Valletta at the weekend. A burglar is facing a life sentence after being convicted of strangling a mother in her bedsit in Plumstead. Julian Chambers, who was 32, was found dead in her bed after neighbours heard her 15-month-old son crying. And producers of the next Harry Potter film have announced open auditions in London for 2 characters. They're looking for someone to play Lavender Brown and Tom Riddle in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The auditions will be held at Earl's Court in July. So checking the weather for London, at the moment it's 21 degrees in Trafalgar Square. A dry start at evening, but showers later on and lows of 12. Sunrise in the morning is at 4:42, and Friday, cloud and showers to start. They should get heavier later on though, and a high of 18 degrees. The pollen count for tomorrow is moderate. This is LBC. It's now 7:31.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. In Palmer's Green, still at closure continues on Alderman's Hill. That's closed both ways just by the train station following a serious accident earlier on. Leadbridge Road in Leighton is closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road following a crash. And just had a call in from Bill on the jam line reporting a closure in Canvey Island on Somers Avenue. Now that is closed completely and it's really causing serious delays in the whole area. Appreciate more updates on that. 08000 68 60 80. North of town, Honeypot Lane is closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus with a burst water main. Tower Bridge is lifting again in about 15 minutes' time. It's already busy there following the previous lift only 15 minutes or so ago. And there are long delays heading northbound through the Blackwall Tunnel because of a couple of breakdowns. They may have to stop all the traffic shortly. On the tubes, the Waterloo and City lines just been suspended because of a signalling problem at Bank. Delays on the Jubilee Circle and District lines. And Gatwick Express and Southern still have delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction. LBC 97.3 Travel. Your next update is in 15 minutes.
Our new exec's a real high flyer in the States, and he's going to turn this business around. His reputation's incredible. He'll make a huge impact over here.
Brilliant. When does he arrive?
Once we get his work permit sorted.
If your company needs help gaining UK work permits, you need globalvisas.visas.com. Our expert account handlers work hard to make the whole process of applying for a work permit as quick and simple as possible, so you can concentrate on running your business. globalvisas.com. Just the ticket.
You may have heard about London's low emission zone, and you might be thinking, what's that all about? Well, it's a new scheme starting in February 2008 to help clean up the air in Greater London by getting the most polluting diesel engine lorries, buses and coaches to meet European emission standards. If you own or drive one of these, you could be affected. To find out more, visit tfl.gov.uk or call 0845 607 0009. London's low emission zone. Starts from the 4th of February 2008.
Like any parent, I always want to know where my children are. That's why I bought this.
The Seizo Global Positioning System is a small new electronic tracking device. Being pocket-sized, your kids can keep it with them at all times, and it could locate them within 10 metres when they're outdoors. The new Seizo GPS personal tracking system. Yours for under £100 with a monthly subscription of just £9.99. For more details, visit lbc.co.uk or call 08000 787 999. Alerts cost 25p. GSM and minimum contract required.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Are you booking your tea, Chris?
Yeah, nearly done.
Well, he's sending a text to his girlfriend booking his tea. Well, you're supposed to be producing a radio show on London's biggest... What are we...
London's brightest...
children.
Chit-chat.
Chitty-chatty children, yes.
I've asked for corn sausage times 2.
Yeah. That's 2 corn sausages, then.
Waffles times 2.
Oh... I'm laughing at my sidekick.
And fried onions.
Nice. And as Helen said, where's the vegetables?
Where's the greens there?
Like Iain said, the waffles are the potato.
Yeah, we are having a fake conversation. We have had this conversation off air already. I forgot about that. We've actually had that conversation. So I've just been reminded of another what started the day badly. Apart from getting up at 4:30. Apart from getting up at 4:30, I think it was 7:30. It's Doctor. We've had this conversation already. But I'm having it with the listener now. Really. I'm looking at you, but it's more to the listener.
Do you want us to join in?
But we have had this conversation off air already. Anyway, as I told you to earlier on, Doctor Who didn't record on the Sky Plus.
Does it not?
And we
said,
why not?
And I said because it happened at the weekend, and I was recording it on Excuse me. Recording it on BBC Three.
Yeah.
For some reason, and was there a big storm on Sunday night? And you said.
Yes, there was.
And I said, that'll be it. It says failed on the Sky Plus box. Failed. Doctor Who. Failed.
And then Helen said, oh, can you get your money back?
No, I didn't say that then. I said, has it failed for everybody,
and
or just you?
I said, probably just me.
Right.
And then someone must have said something else?
I probably said, oh.
Blah, 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 blah. Then you said...
Then I said that.
And I said, oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'll get it for free anyway. And you said, but if you didn't...
Yeah.
And then you said... Don't say what you said, Chris.
It can't go out.
I'd rather it didn't.
Oh.
So I missed Doctor Who, and apparently I was reading Charlie Brooker, and it's the best Doctor Who ever.
The one in
ever.
Edwardian times?
No. I think it was
that was the best one.
Which one was Edwardian times? The Scarecrows. That was good. It was good. That one. It was good. That was brilliant. Really and the one before. What was the one before that was really good?
Oh, when they were in a big traffic jam.
No, that was rubbish. That
was a brilliant one.
That was rubbish. It's stupid. No, because there's the one where he becomes a human being was brilliant, and it's what's her face from Spaced, was in it, wasn't it? Jessica Stevenson's, who I quite fancy.
Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy was in it.
From Space. Yeah.
But the one before that was really good. That was the Scarecrow one. The one before that was really good. Can't think. Anyway, it's not recorded, so.
But they always repeat it.
But they repeat it on Sky on BBC Three, and I was recording the repeat for some reason.
Is it a 2-parter?
I think it's a 3-part. I'm not sure. It's the one with the Master in it. John Sim as the Master, I think. I was really looking forward to that. Master's like the other Time Lord, like his enemy, his arch enemy. And it's John Sim as the Master. I was so looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, I was going to tell what happened with my cleaners today, but Peter from Brazil, who writes excellent blogs, I forwarded you his full address because he wants a CD of the play.
Yes.
Oh, so do I, please.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Iain, wait a little to tell the cleaner's story as the fire alarm just went off in my office building. Could you wait 20 minutes? And that came in at 7:28, so it's 7:48. I will start telling that story. When we get back from travel, I'll tell that story.
How does he know his building isn't going to burn down? How's he...
Well, I guess that's, he's hedging his bets there.
It sounds a bit suspicious to me.
Christo Fufas has sent me 2 emails. I wonder what Christo's got to say. Let's have a little look.
Who is Christo Fufa?
He's the short gay Greek fella that minces around and talks about showbiz. You know him, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, he's a good lad. I like Christo.
Like that, yeah.
He's kind of like the LBC handyman. Because he
I thought that was Darren.
I know, because he Christo does a bit of everything.
Anyway, he's saying that the Silver Clef Awards are happening at Regent's Park Hotel. The Prince of Wales, patron of the Iwakarama International Centre for the Rainforest Concert. Oh, we got sent a brilliant book today. A brilliant book. Chris, go and get the book.
Ah, it's really heavy.
Oh, you've seen it? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go and get it anyway.
I'm going to have to use a lift, it's so heavy.
Yeah, but until can you put it on its side and hold it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, put 3 cups of tea on there. Good lad.
Oh, that'd
so,
be good.
nice one. I'll have the vanilla, Red Bush vanilla, no milk, please.
What, already?
Yeah.
All right, keep an eye out for the XD just in case John Shuttleworth arrives.
It's not my job, mate.
Nor mine.
Away you go. Chop, chop. Chaldy, come on. Good lads. Excellent. He wants to be a sidekick. He's got to start working.
Be funnier than that.
Yeah, exactly. Be a lot funnier. So, what was that?
That was, the noise that door makes sometimes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
high-pitched
Yeah.
screeching noise. That was that.
So I've got to do the cleaner after when we get back from the... What else has gone just hideously wrong for me today? Something else went hideously wrong. Oh, I tell you, it was quite scary. Cleaner's supposed to come at 1 o'clock, and at 1:05, the door went. I've got like a little video intercom now. It's a cheap one, but it's cool. And I went to look at it, and it's this horrible old man. This old man who looked like that, and no hair and stubble and glasses. I was like, oh, God, blimey, he's the... And I went down, and I let him in. And I went, oh, are you the cleaner? No! He was come to read the electricity meter.
Right.
So that was...
He wasn't come to murder you then?
He wasn't coming to murder me. There was a cat... I told you there was a cat fight in my flat last night.
Oh, you didn't? No, I went to the...
Yeah, there was... I had the Horlicks last night, and it sent me to sleep. Then at 4:30, I was woken up by my cat just fighting another cat. Yeah, it was all that noise. And so a cat had obviously come in. I don't like it when that happens. To think that there are things... Isn't it weird? To think there are things going on downstairs in your flat, where you live, that you don't know what's in the flat, you don't know what that is. I don't know, it could have been anybody. It was probably another cat. It could have been a burglar. I doubt it would have been a burglar, to be honest. They didn't steal anything. But, it was disappointing. I really don't want to take any phone calls this evening. I'm just...
It's all right.
It's all right to think that, isn't it? It's all right to feel that.
It's all right to feel that, yeah.
I'm not contractually... I saw Steve Allen today.
Oh, is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. I saw him outside. I said hello to him. He called me darling. He said, hello, darling. I went, hello, Steve. Hello, darling. Which I thought was very nice. We're twinning this show with Steve Allen's show.
Oh.
We're going to twin it up, although Chris was going to write some facts. Let's have a look at the LBC website, because we had some... we gathered some... Hang on a second. www.
Has he got a show coming in the near future?
I think it's next Tuesday.
Is that?
And we've written some facts about Steve Allen. John Shuttleworth's coming in at 8 o'clock, by the way, so that's going to be cool. Let's have a look at that. Jenny Eclair's back. That's good news. Right, Fighting Fraud with James O'Brien. Oh, look, we've got a logo now on here. Oh, look, this has all been titled. Agent Chris has still got his page. Oh, dear. Show news. No. Oh, he's obviously not put the new thing up there, which is rubbish. Let's have a look. Comedian. Show news. Comedian David Cross on the show tonight from 7 p.m. That's what he says. What a load of... Yeah, that's what it says on the show news. That's as good as it gets. Oh, Christopher Foodfax has emailed in. I'm in the building and I'm aware of what's said about me. Well, good. We've not said anything bad about him. Christo, come up and tell us about how much you love Madonna. He loves Madonna. He doesn't realise that she's an ugly, talentless old woman.
He likes Kylie as well.
Of course he does.
I like Kylie, so...
Well, I don't mind Kylie. I prefer Kylie over Madonna.
Yeah,
Madonna's
definitely.
just like a hideous, horrible, leathery old woman. And just always been singing awful songs. And that weird teeth. I find a gap in the teeth quite sexy, generally. But with her, it's just like, oh, God, you could fit a cigar in there. Maybe she has done. I don't know. Imagine that. Have you ever smoked a cigar?
Yeah, probably.
Horrible, aren't they?
Yeah,
horrible.
Really horrible. Hang on.
Anyway, it's the book. Good lad.
Oh, it's the book.
So the book we got sent was, look at the size of that book. That is a massive book. And we're going to give this away to one young person studying biology. Yeah, seriously, because that's a book of creationism. It disputes what we all know. Well, don't spill tea on it, mate. Don't spill tea on it.
Take your tea.
Okay, well, I need the book.
All right.
Have I got a tea, Chris?
Yeah.
Where's your tea?
I didn't want one. It's too early for tea.
Oh, man, you've got tea on the book, dude! Oh, you got tea on the book!
Sorry.
Atlas of Creation by Harun Yahya. Fossils have discredited evolution. Now writing under the pen name of Harun Yahya, Adnan Oktar was born in Ankara in 1956. Since the 80s, he published many books on political, scientific and faith-related issues. Harun Yahya is a well-known author of important works, disclosing the imposture of evolutionists, their invalid claims... Oh... This is the press release. And the dark liaisons between Darwinism and such bloody ideologies as fascism and communism. Oh, evolutionists are fascists. This giant work is the first volume of a series of 7. Oh, I'm going to drop this. Listen to this. There's going to be 7 of these.
Well,
listen. Oh, man alive. Oh, do you need your shirt pressed, love? Oh, man, we should get this dude on the book. I want to get this Christopher Hitchens guy on the show. Have you heard him?
Yeah.
He was on Radio 5 the other day. I thought it was hilarious. He was discrediting religion, and I thought, well, maybe we shouldn't go that far. While the theory of evolution asserts that millions of species around the Earth have evolved from one another by coincidence, the fossil records, whose 99% have been uncovered through excavations, document that living beings have not undergone the slightest of change for hundreds of millions of years. When Darwin asserted his theory, he suggested that living beings evolved from one another, and that we would see the emergence of intermediate forms as more and more fossil emerged. Well, anyway, we're going to give this... If you're a young person studying science or biology...
Some good pictures in it, though.
Oh, there's some brilliant pictures in it. Look, it's some fossilised macaroni there. Fantastic.
It is not.
It is fossil... It's a sea urchin. Anyway, if you want to win this, we'll give this away later on. Maybe we'll get John Shuttleworth to give it away as a prize competition.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Anyway... that's nice to
You could guess the weight.
Guess the weight of the book.
But we don't know it.
Well, we can just weigh it, can't we?
Or guess...
In the post
We
room?
couldn't guess it.
Oh, yeah.
Post room shut.
Post room shut.
Oh, yeah.
Post room closes at 5:30, Helen. How are we going to weigh it?
So, 0870 9090 973 if you want to keep ringing and not be answered for another 15 minutes. Travel!
If you're heading into Palmer's Green, Alderman's Hill is still closed both ways between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road following an accident much earlier on this afternoon by the train station. And in Leighton, Leabridge Road is still closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road following a crash earlier. I had a couple of calls in as well about an accident in Canvey Island affecting Somers Avenue. Looks like it's completely closed still in both directions there, but appreciate your updates if you can see what's going on. 08000 68 60 80. Honeypot Lane to the north of town is still closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus following a burst water main. And then over to the east of town, Tower Bridge is lifting again around now. Second time in half an hour, in fact. So very busy around Tower Hill as a result of that. And there are still delays heading southbound and northbound, in fact, through the Blackwall Tunnel. Northbound after a couple of breakdowns there. Southbound, lots of people have been using it to avoid the Woolwich Ferry, which was down to a one-boat service again today. Fulham Road in West Brompton has a lane blocked heading away from town just after Gunter Grove. A coach has broken down. And that western stretch of the M25 still looking slow in patches clockwise from 12 to 16. That's the M3 to the M40. The tubes at Waterloo and City Line currently suspended because of a signal failure and delays on the Jubilee Circle and District lines. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next updates in half an hour.
Listen again to your favourite shows on LBC. Log on to lbc.co.uk and go to LBC Plus. Click and listen for free to LBC Bite Size or enter the world of LBC from just £2 a month. Then access the archive so you can listen to all your favourite shows in full, uninterrupted. And there's loads of special features you won't hear on the radio. LBC Plus. Just click and listen again.
The amazing adventures of Cucumber Man, baking in the bedroom.
I simply can't sleep in this horrid humid heat, Tarquin. It's like sleeping in the greenhouse. Whatever will save us from this wholly unsavoury situation?
Whoosh!
Whatever's that on my windowsill?
It is I, Cucumber Man, on the job.
Good gracious, Cucumber Man. What's that thing you're holding?
It's me portable air conditioner with its extending nose. Rent or buy it, plug in and whoosh, instant cold air. Can you dig it?
Cucumber Man, you're rather cool. Can we meet again?
Keep cool, Mrs. Posh. Catch me at cucumberman.com quickly. Whoosh!
This is an announcement from Galliard Homes. Superb value studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in East Greenwich. Apartments in a prime regeneration area. Prices from under £225,000. 6% net guaranteed income until 2012. An investment opportunity not to be missed. Make sure you visit the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch this weekend. Call 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Okay. Peter from Brazil says, Iain, I'm back at my office. Could you please tell the cleaner story again? I've not told it once, mate. I was waiting for you to get back. So, hold up my newspaper. Take a lovely slurp of tea. John Shuttleworth's in 8. If he's listening to this on the way in, he's going to be thinking, do you know what? Let's turn this car around. Let's go back. You all right? You all right?
Pardon?
Are you all right?
Yeah, just bang my finger.
Okay. But anyway, he'll be in, and so I booked it 9 days ago. Cleaner coming at 1 o'clock today. Quite nervous, been really nervous about it, a little bit anxious. A strange person coming into my flat. What will happen? Talked about it on the show, bigged it up, and cleaned up the flat a bit today. Not cleaned up, but tidied it up. So just put stuff back where it belonged. Cleaned out a load of old clothes, so there's a bit more room on the clothes rail. All of that stuff. 1 o'clock. Cleaner's coming. Turned off the Xbox, got ready. 1:05, 1:10, 1:30, right? No cleaner. I thought, okay, I've got to leave the flat at 2:30 to go and get a haircut. I booked a haircut at 3:30, so I'm going to leave there. So I'll phone up the agency, and it's an agency. And I phoned them up, and I said, I booked a cleaner, not arrived, it's the first one, maybe she's having trouble finding it. Tell me what's going on. Okay, what's your name? It's Iain Lee. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a little look here. Could I put you on hold for a minute? Disappears for 5 minutes. Oh.
What was the music?
Do you know what? I've recorded the music here. It was bizarrely enough. It was this. It was Back Off Boogaloo, but the Moog version, not the Back Off Boogaloo. I said back. So I'm on the phone. I'm having quite a good time. I'm wigging out to this. So I'm wigging out to that. Okay, while that's going on in the background. And she comes back. She says, "Right, you booked it for the 5th of June." I said, well, no, I didn't. That was like ages ago. You booked it for the 5th of June. You only booked one. I said, no, you've got it wrong. I booked them to come here today at 1 o'clock, every Thursday at 1 o'clock for the next 3 months. That's what I booked for. No, so you booked it. I said, what address have you got there? Streatham. No, I don't live in Streatham. Muswell, you got the wrong address. Okay, I'll put you on hold, sir. Your bit. Back off, Boogaloo. Back off, Boogaloo. Back off. Back up, boo. So she comes back. He ain't never getting on either. So she comes back. And she says, no, you didn't book it. Start music for dramatic effect. No, you didn't book it. I said, well, no, I did book it. No, you didn't book it. I said, no, I don't mean rude. I've got it written in my diary. I spoke to the lady. Was it this agency you called? Yes, it was this agency. It was been sent to me by a friend. I definitely... No, sir, you didn't book it. And I'm really peed off now. But so I said, do you not think there's a chance that the lady who took the booking made a mistake? And she said, and this has really got me angry, she said, no, sir, we never make mistakes. And I was furious. I was furious. And I was just doing my best to stay calm. And I said, I definitely booked it. No, sir, if you booked it, it would be written down. This went on for like 2 or 3 minutes. And she said, excuse me, sir, if you're just going to be argumentative, I'm going to put the phone down on you. I went, okay, I'm not being argumentative. And this is where I swallowed my pride. And what I should have done was I should have just launched into I don't know, because I was properly angry at this point, properly angry. And I should have just launched into, you, what the, are you... kind of thing, and then put the phone down on them. And I didn't. I went, can I book a cleaner then, please? From this, the most unreliable of all cleaner companies in the world. And I won't, but I'm so tempted to spit out their filthy name on radio. I said, can I book a cleaner then, please? And she went, yes. When would you like them for? I went, Thursdays at 1 o'clock. And then I kept saying under my breath, like I said last week. I kept saying that. Like I said last week. Okay. And how long do you want them for? I don't know. How big's your flat? that'll be 3 hours. And the ironing, that'll be 3.5 hours. I'll book it in for. I went, okie dokie. Right, now you need to meet your cleaner before they can come and do the cleaning. This screen's going to go. You need to meet your cleaner. When are you free to meet? I said, well, I'm not. I'm not free to meet. So she said, how about Saturday morning? I went, yeah, go on then, fine. And I kept, all the time, when the argument was going, I kept saying, do you know, I've turned down work to be in this afternoon. I hadn't at all. It was Thursday, and then she said, okay. And we went on and we stopped the details. What's your name? It's Hindley. Like I just said. What's your address? It's such and such, such and such. Okie dokie. How will you be paying? It's the same Visa card that I gave to the woman. And then we booked it. And I put the phone down. And I went mental. I was mental. I was actually, for like 5 minutes, I knew what it like to be insane. And I was just constantly in the flat. It was, I couldn't believe it. No, sir, we never make mistakes. Huge. And then right, I then sent a text to the person who recommended them to me, saying, I probably got the text here. Your cleaner that you recommended has me right off and has turned up. And she texted back saying, oh yeah, they got it wrong for me the other week as well. Why didn't you tell me that? You know, I'm angry. I'm angry for three things. I'm angry that the woman didn't turn up, and that's really angry. I'm angry that the woman couldn't concede that they had possibly made a mistake, that she couldn't concede that. But I'm most angry with me for saying, come book a cleaner then. I've booked a cleaner with them. What was I thinking of? Anyway, that's the cleaner story. And do you know what? I feel a whole heap better for getting that on the air.
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
So the job I'm doing tomorrow has been cancelled as well. So I've got to go to the osteopath, and I'm going on Saturday at lunchtime, 1 o'clock. But then the job I was doing tomorrow has been cancelled, so I could have gone tomorrow. I'm in agony. It's belching, excuse me. I'm in absolute agony. My back is killing me. I might do the last. I won't do it when John Shuttleworth's here because it would be very, very rude. But I might do the last hour of the show just lying on the floor. I don't know if that's possible. Will that work?
You could lie on the desk.
Well, how? Could do actually, couldn't I? I suppose if I click that. I might.
Do you want to check if the mic can reach?
It doesn't. That's as far as it goes.
Well, take it out of the socket and hold it.
But whatever you do, don't separate the mic. Don't separate that bit from that bit.
Why? What does that do?
No, please don't.
What? I'm not going to.
We'll have to get an engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What does it do?
It's set at a particular.
Well, there's no way I can get it out then without.
No, there is. No, you can take that out of the elasticy bit.
But then there's the fat bit. The fat bit isn't going to come out of there.
No, push it down.
No, well, you can take the foam bit off.
Oh, I don't like touching foam though.
Well, I'll touch it.
Oh no, it's reminded me of chewing toothbrushes. Do you ever imagine chewing a toothbrush, like the brushy bit, whilst rubbing your feet on a doormat, while someone pulls cotton wool in front of your face?
Well, scratching your nails down.
I don't mind the scratching.
And chewing
but it's the same thing, but I don't mind it.
What about wool?
Wool, I'm not keen on. but imagine if you had to eat cotton wool.
Ooh.
I don't mind that, but imagine chewing a bit of tinfoil.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the weirdest thing. That's how they make electricity.
Huh?
Seriously, that's how you make electricity, by chewing tinfoil. I think so. Did I just dream that? Maybe that was a dream. And Nasty Adam's calling in. Nasty Adam, your phone ain't never going to get answered again, mate. So just, save yourself the stress, brother. It ain't going to... I had a brilliant... I was playing Xbox a lot. Every time I was getting angry, I was playing Xbox. And I was... it's a boring story. I'm not even going to tell it. It's a boring story, but it entertained me by pretending to be somebody else who was on there. And...
I almost got locked in my foyer today.
Oh, almost got locked in your foyer. That's good. Let's have this.
Well,
because I've run out of stuff to say, and I've got 1 minute and 20 to kill. So
well, I've just moved into my new flat, and we're given 2 keys, one for our inner flat door and one for the outer flat door.
That would be correct. Yes.
Yes. So I left the inner flat door, and usually our outer flat door is open all the time. So I went down, and the outer flat door was locked. So I panicked because I thought, I can't get out of here, and I'm going to be late for work. And Iain's going to go mental. But then, luckily, the lady who was in next door, so it's knocked on the door. She came and opened it for me.
So anyway, after 8 o'clock, I love that song. After 8 o'clock. Thank you for that story, Chris, by the way. Excellent stuff. Really good stuff there. John Shuttleworth will be coming in... Well, saying that, he's not turned up yet. Hang on, is that John Shuttleworth?
Yes.
What time are you getting here?
9:30.
Oh, hang on a minute. It's Vinny!
Yeah.
Yeah. That didn't take long, did it? The direct accusation caused him to crumble. He'd be terrible if he was caught by the Gestapo. Anyway, we'll do something after the news. I don't know what, yeah. Fine, whatever.
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation. LBC.
At 8, London braced for 24-hour postal strike. Girl accused of stabbing remanded, and London's animal heroes get recognition. It's 8 o'clock. I'm Jonathan Savage. The Communication Workers Union has announced a 24-hour postal strike. It's going to be next Friday, the 29th of June, and it's the first for a decade. Union leader Dave Ward says there may be more.
We are prepared to continue to talk to Royal Mail, but we have said to them that we have also agreed further strike action that is designed to take place within 2 weeks of the 29th of June if we can't reach an agreement.
A teenage girl has appeared in court charged with murdering 18-year-old Shan Simpson in Croydon on Tuesday. Shan was stabbed in the heart during a disturbance in Man Close. Chelsea Bennett, who's also 18, has been remanded in custody to appear at the Old Bailey on the 27th of September. Another 18-year-old arrested in connection with the murder has been released on bail. The Deputy Assistant Commissioner, who's voiced concerns about security planning for London 2012, has spoken to LBC to clarify his comments. Richard Bryan says the systems in place are too slow and convoluted, but he's denied saying the Olympic Board is not fit for purpose.
No, let me just put that absolutely straight. I did not say the Olympic Board was not fit for purpose. What I said was our planning, our supporting structures that work to the Olympic Board need to be looked at, and they need to be strengthened so that we can make those decisions, so that we can work flexibly and efficiently with the Olympic Board. That's what I was concerned about.
A woman's been stabbed to death in Tottenham. Police say the 38-year-old was pronounced dead where she was found at the house in Poolford Road. A 38-year-old man's been arrested as part of the murder investigation and is being questioned at a police station in North London. Police search dogs who worked during the devastation of the 7th of July London bombings are to be awarded the Animals George Cross. In total, 14 were called in the immediate aftermath. Representing them all, Labradors Vinny and Billy and a spaniel called Jake will receive the honour at a ceremony at St James's Palace on the 3rd of July. Members of the Miami Dolphins American football team have been in London ahead of their big match at Wembley. They'll play the New York Giants in an NFL regular season game on the 28th of October. Players and coaches took a tour of the stadium, which is expected to be filled with 90,000 fans for the contest. If you're away from your radio and you want to stay in touch with the latest news, weather and travel, you can call 0901 723 6666. Calls cost 35p a minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary. London's Travel, Alderman's Hill and Palmer's Green is now reopened in both directions between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road after a serious accident earlier. London's weather, sunset at 9:20, a dry start to the evening but showers later on. Lows of 12 degrees Celsius, cloud and showers to start tomorrow. LBC, it's 8:03.
The home of entertaining conversation.
This is LBC 97.3.
If your radio sounds different, you're listening to LBC.
A woman's hair helps her feel more attractive, so if it starts thinning, it can play on your mind, and the more it goes round in your head, the less
like yourself you feel. Getting your hair to look as glamorous as it used to can be hard work.
But Regain is clinically proven to stop hair thinning in 8 out of 10 cases. Visit regain.co.uk or your local pharmacy for a product that can help make every day a good hair day. Regain, hair for life.
Regain for women contains minoxidil. For hereditary hair loss, requires continuous use. Always read the label.
Oh, I saw that guy off the telly yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Had his trouser leg caught in a cab door. So funny.
So who?
Oh, you know. Tall, browny hair.
Right.
Off that drama. Always wears long jackets, had his legs stuck in the seat like he was doing the splits. Oh, you know him? Not sure.
There's times when you really wish you had a decent camera on you. With the new Nokia N95 mobile phone, you always have. It's got an incredible 5-megapixel camera. Available free on selected price plans at your local Vodafone store. Vodafone. Make the most of now.
Minimum term contract.
Your endowment policy could be worth more than you think. Don't surrender it without calling AAP on 0845 073 1960. That's 0845 073 1960.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Good evening.
0870 90 973. Well, might as well start, shall we? John Shuttleworth isn't here, but I've been told he's... How far away is he, Chris?
Well, he was 5 minutes away a minute and a half ago.
So he's about 10 minutes away. 5 minutes is always 10 minutes. Always in these things. But he'll be here at some point, and, you know, it always sounds a bit of a radio cliché that we've planned it this way. But we haven't. But he'll be here, and it'll be fine. And,
I just booked the cab at the wrong time, that's all.
You did what?
I just booked the cab at the wrong time.
And apparently he's doing a tour where it's like a musical Jamie Oliver. That's pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway. He'll be in a minute. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello there.
I'm Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
You know, Iain knows a song called Melting Pot.
This is Iain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iain, I know a song called Melting Pot.
Yeah.
I don't remember a song called Melting Pot. Is it? Well, hang on a second. I think I know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
Are you talking about this one?
In the morning, or have one in the night.
Is that it?
No, it's a song that got to number 2 in the hits.
It's got what?
Song that got to number 2 in the hits.
A song that got to number 2 in the hits, called Melting Pot. It's not that ridiculous song, Under My Umbrella, Ella, 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 Under My Umbrella, Ella, Ella, Ella. Have you heard that song? She puts an extra syllable in the word umbrella. Umbrella.
No, it's not that.
Oh, I don't know it then. Melting Pot that got to number 2 in the hits.
Yeah, my granddad was really famous, and he was like the best keyboard player in the world at one point.
The what?
He was the best keyboard player.
Your granddad?
Yeah, at one point.
At one point, where your phone keeps breaking up. That's why I'm having trouble to hear you. So your granddad, was he in a band or something?
Yeah, Blue Mink.
The name rings a very distant bell. And they sang Melting Pot, did they?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I'm going to jot this down. Hey, man, how you doing? It's not John Shuttleworth, it's the cleaner. Don't worry. I'm going to jot this down. What's your name, my friend?
Charlie.
Charlie, right. I'm going to jot this down, and I'm going to have a look for this and see if I can find it. So hang on. John Shuttleworth's coming in a minute. He may have heard it. What they called Blue Mink?
Yeah.
And the song was Melting Pot?
Yeah, got to number 2 in the hits.
Number 2 in the hits, Melting Pot. I'll tell you what, well, keep listening, because John Shuttleworth knows a lot about music. And he may have heard of it. He may even be able to sing a bit of it. He's a keyboard player as well.
Nice one.
Is your granddad still with us?
No, he died last year.
He died last year. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Charlie. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to try and find it. I'll ask John Shuttleworth if he knows it. And I'll try and find it, and I'll see if I can play it at some point next week if I can find it.
Yep. And can I just say, you sound really different.
On the phone?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Radio.
It's weird how it does that. It's to do with compressors and signals, and I don't know what. But yeah, you sound different as well.
Cool.
Charlie, thank you for that.
It's all right.
There we go. It's all right, isn't it? It's all right. Everyone's gone. It's just me and the cleaner. I don't know what's happening there. Six, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hi, is that Ian?
Yes.
Oh, Ian, you don't know who Blue Mink are?
Oh, no, I don't. Do you?
No, yeah, I do. It's Madeleine Bell.
Who's Madeleine Bell?
She's a singer, a black singer with lots of teeth, and sang with Blue Mink.
Lots of
Are you
teeth?
having a laugh?
Lots of teeth. No, I don't know. Well, how did the song go?
Oh, I can't sing that, mate. Well, what was it? There was a touch of... Oh, no, I'm not going to go into it.
Oh, no, go on, go on.
on. I've got the...
Go on, because it's ringing... Do you know what? It's ringing a bell. Go on.
Well, I never even sang anything. How could it be ringing the bell?
Because you said it's a touch of.
A touch of what?
That's what you said.
No, I never. Listen,
You
I
did
didn't
say
realise I was going to come on air straight away.
You
but
did say it's a touch of.
Well, if you don't know who she is, you've not lived.
Okay, well, now Melting Pot rings a bell. It's all about, like, different races and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a brilliant record.
Yeah.
Look on your computer and you'll get the record. It's, it's absolutely wonderful.
I think I know. Well, listen, John Shuttleworth is going to be here soon. I'm going to ask him if he
I'll
knows.
tell you what, if he doesn't
Melting
know who
Pot.
it is, he shouldn't be in the music business. And are you a DJ or a comedian?
Now, hang on a second. I believe he's outside just warming up his fingers.
No, Ian, are you a comedian or a DJ?
Yeah, shut up, and I'll tell you in a minute. So,
will you?
No, shut up.
I am shutting up.
Well, you're not, because you keep talking.
Yeah, because I want to have an argument with you.
I'm just...
The other week, I heard you say you were a comedian.
Shut up?
You know what? That was the funniest thing I've heard you ever say.
Well done. Will you shut up? I'm just mentioning to our guest, who's outside warming his fingers up.
Oh, is he?
I will be asking him if he knows Melting Pot by Blue Mink.
Yeah, but just ask him if he knows Madeleine Bell. She's huge.
Well, I'll ask him when he comes in.
Well, get it together. What's happening down?
Oh, I've accidentally pressed the button that cuts him off. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
I've got the surveillance film. 50k in used notes.
I knew it would turn up one day. Hey, Greek Line, how you going?
Ian Lee?
Yes, boss. 0870 90 90 973 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Is he coming in after 15:15? Is that
as soon as he's finished his water.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. If you want, how long does it take to drink water? I don't know. We haven't got that much water out there, have we?
I gave him a big glass.
Okay, it's fine. You didn't give me a big glass of water. I'm trying to drink less water. I think this stuff about water is good for you. I think it's nonsense. Because I went through the thing of drinking lots of water, and I just felt bloated and weed a lot. And now I'm drinking no water at all. And I feel dry and slightly lethargic and a little bit foggy-headed. But apart from that, I'm feeling fantastic.
And you look great.
Cheers, Chris. I appreciate that. Thank you. Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Hi. I just wanted to talk to him about this track.
Is that what they say to you, Chris? I just want to talk to him. You're talking to him.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know, did I? It's Madeleine Bell and the Blue Notes. Don't you know them?
The Blue Mink, I thought.
The world is just a great big onion.
Well, no, that's a great bit. That's Green Onion or whatever it is by
I don't know what it is.
Marvin Gaye. That's Marvin Gaye's song.
No, that's not a Marvin.
It's a Marvin Gaye song. The world is just a great big.
Sang it.
It's a Marvin Gaye song.
That's what he's talking about. The melting pot. You put people in the melting pot.
You're thinking of two different songs. Because you're thinking of Onion, the Onion. It's called the Onion Song. Because my friend Ian Roberts played it to me when I was about 16, and I thought it was hilarious. It's called the Onion Song, and Melting Pot is a different song altogether.
I don't think it is.
Well, I'm prepared to bet you £20.
I don't think you'd pay when you.
But no, I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't need to pay because I know that you're wrong.
When you lose, you will need to pay.
Okay, what's your name?
Paula.
All right, I'm actually going to write this down in my diary. Hang on a minute. So, hang on.
20 quid.
Paula, hang on a second. And I'm going to write down your number. This is it actually going in my diary.
Okay, good. Excellent.
225. Okay. And you think that the Onion Song, which is what it's called, is the same as Melting Pot? Okie dokie. And we're betting how much?
20 quid.
20 quid. And you're actually going to pay when you're wrong, are you? I will pay if I'm wrong.
If I'm wrong, I'll pay.
And if I'm wrong, I will. And none of this. Oh, we'll give it to charity. Give it to charity for backscabs.
Not on bets. No.
Because I've just had the lyrics of Melting Pot sent to me.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh look! Oh dear! It doesn't mention onions at all.
Okay, how does it go then? Go on.
I don't know the tune.
Okay, say the word.
Take a pinch of white man. Oh, I do know this. take a pinch of white man, wrap him up in black skin, add a touch of blue blood, and a little bitty bit of red Indian boy.
Boy, that's it.
So that's not the Onion song.
Oh, doesn't that have onions in it then?
It doesn't have onions.
I think you need to scan all the way through.
Okay.
Make sure that you're being fair.
Okay, curly, black and kinky. Listen to this. This is supposed to be like a multiracial, everyone's friendly song. Curly, black and kinky, oriental sexy.
Yeah.
If you lump it all together, well, you've got a recipe for a get-along scene. Oh, what a beautiful dream. If it could only come true, you know you know. What we need is a great big melting pot, big enough to take the world and all it's got.
I concede.
I do genuinely...
I mean, I've got to send you 20 quid.
You genuinely have to send me that £20, Paula, and I do mean that.
I'm really broke.
No, don't give me all that BS. You knew what you were getting involved in.
I'm a business owner. We have no money.
No, don't, Paula. Don't start messing me around.
I'm allowed to Welsh on it then.
You can't Welsh on it, no. And we're going to phone you up every day until I get the 20 quid. And I genuinely want that £20. It was a proper bet.
Don't worry, you'll get it.
Thank you. LB, shall I give you the phone number? Put a warning.
I just called it.
Put a warning near her name, Chris. OZ and 20 quid. The address, I mean. Paula? Oh, don't do the old... I'm losing you ploy. We've all done that.
No, I'm not losing you. I can hear you clearly.
LBC?
You've got my number, haven't you? You've got to phone me when I'm not on the line.
What for? When you're not on... Phone you when you're not on the line?
Yeah, when I'm not on the air, I mean.
What for? You send me the 20 quid, love.
Yeah, shall I send it to your work then? Yeah. Okay,
Yes, please.
Fine. All right then.
Thank you.
I will.
Yeah, you better do. You better... Oh, she thought she had me there. No. Seriously, Chris, we're going to phone her every single day until I get that £20. And I do want that £20. And it's not going to backscabs or anything, any kind of charity. Like, is there a charity for backscabs? There must be. There must be. And I'm certainly going to support it, but I'm not going to give him that 20 quid. That's mine. Not a clue who's doing the travel.
I was betting her £20 as well.
What?
I was betting her £20 as well.
But only in your head. You have to say it out loud.
I did say it out loud. You just didn't hear me.
Listening. Do the travel.
Lee Bridge Road in Leighton is closed between Northumberland Road and the High Road because of an accident. In Palmer's Green, Alderman's Hill has now reopened both ways between Green Lanes and Devonshire Road following an accident by the train station. And north of town, Honeypot Lane is still closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up towards Queensbury Circus following a burst water main. That could continue for several days, according to the police. The M25 anti-clockwise looking slow from 21 to 20. That's the M1 to Kings Langley after a car broke down. And there are delays as well on Upper Thames Street, just outside Cannon Street Tube Station. A coach has broken down just outside the station there. Fulham Road in West Brompton has one lane blocked out of town just after Gunter Grove, again because of a broken down coach. And the western stretch of the M25 slow clockwise in patches from 15 to 16. That's the M4 to the M40. On the trains, Gatwick Express and Southern have delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction because of a line-side fire. On the tubes, there are delays on the Jubilee, Circle, District and Waterloo and City lines. And do add your updates on the jam line 08000 68 60 80. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
Join London's biggest conversation with Paul Ross.
Amazing, thought-provoking and mind-expanding news. Aliens are monitoring the Earth via vintage radio broadcasts. They're learning about us from what comes out of our mouths. Imagine what they make of Nick Ferrari. Try a salad, Nick. Go easy on the dressing. Clive Bull, erudite, intelligent, witty, unfortunately bald, and Carol McGiffin. Moose! Run for the hills! I'm Paul Ross, with you weekdays, Monday to Thursday, 4 to 6:30. What the heck would they make of me? He's a mug. Exterminate the mug.
LBC 97.3.
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
Let's ask your left to go to volume. Lovely, there we go. We've got John Shuttleworth in the studio. How's it going, boss?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Yeah, you've literally set up. It's taking you 30 seconds.
Can we do a sound check?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, normally I don't need to do a sound check because I used to work for Comet. Demonstration audio equipment. I have very good knowledge of sound.
I bought my TV from Comet.
Did you?
I wish I'd bought it from John Lewis.
What about your toaster?
Do you know I don't know where I got my toaster from?
Well, maybe you should get back home and look through your receipts and see if it says Comet at the top. If it doesn't, shoot yourself.
I think I got it about 5... Anyway,
what I was going to say was...
Sound check.
I haven't finished my story.
Sorry, I didn't know you started one.
At this particular gig, it made me do a sound check.
Oh.
Well, I said, look, I don't need to do a sound check. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah. And of course it was too late, I'd done it. Do you get it, Iain? Yeah.
I got sucked into that. Yes, right. Okay, let's...
Oof. That's the fun rhythm, isn't it? So,
you're not going to use that rhythm, eh?
It's
a little bit up-tempo.
Is that going to work?
Sounds all right. It sounds all right in my head. I'm hearing what's going out on the radio.
Right, all right. Two margarines on the go. It's a nightmare scenario. Two margarines in my life. Two margarines to spread on my knife. Two margarines, but which one should I use to butter my scone? It's a dilemma, second to none. Two margarines on the go. It's a nightmare scenario. Two margarines in my life. Doesn't seem to bother my wife. She's the one who ignored the first and opened the second, which began the curse of the two margarines. Is there anything worse? Oh, not really. Well, perhaps the current situation in Iraq. Two margarines on the go. It's a nightmare scenario. Two margarines in my fridge. It's enough to end a happy marriage. Two margarines, how I long for the day when there's just one. My wife says you're a lunatic, John, but two margarines, it's like a bad dream. Isn't it, Iain?
A nightmare.
Awful.
Yeah, terrible. That's a fun bit at the end.
Yes, it's the fun rhythm.
I've got...
It's for people to have fun too, you know.
Do you know what? This is genuinely true. I didn't know that we've got your CD here. People can buy this, can they?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
It's available.
Lovely.
Only from chart shops. Don't buy it from a shop that isn't a chart retail outlet. You can download it, I think.
On the
Ask
internet.
your parents' permission first. But yeah, I want to do an Arctic Monkeys and get to number one. I helped the Arctic Monkeys, you know.
How did you help them? Did you sell them something in Comets?
No, but you know they're from Sheffield, which is where I'm from, and I'm sure a couple of them used to come and play ping pong at the drop-in centre, which of course is where I used to supervise. Well, I could play a little bit of that one. Style 50. Still on the fun rhythm. It goes like this. It goes, I supervise. Oh, that's wrong, isn't it? Is it?
I don't know.
I supervise ping pong at the drop-in centre. Have a tiny little office which no one else may enter unless an injury has been sustained. Then they can, whilst I administer first aid. Oh, I want to be a community leader. Community leader's what I want to become. So if there's a riot or a fire, the media will eagerly seek my opinion. What's to be done? Yeah, but Iain.
Yes, John.
I'll let one of them have the sponge back.
This is the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah,
yeah.
And yes, the rubber was a bit perished, but even so, it's better than the hard bat, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can get more spin.
Did you get any mention on their album for this?
No, I didn't. You know, I was a bit disappointed by that. Perhaps the second album, that all important second album, will have mention of the sponge bat.
It's out already, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I don't think...
Maybe the not so important third album.
Well, no, we were given a list of your tour dates.
Really? Well, it's a bit late.
I know, there's only one left on the list. I don't know quite.
I'm not sure if any of your listeners will be prepared to.
It's in Lerwick.
No, Lerwick.
Where's
well, it's in the Shetland Isles. Have you not been?
That's no such place.
Well, it's a bit windy. You need your cagoule.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm not well.
It's the most northerly part of the British Isles.
Yeah, okay.
And I went there to see if it's nice.
Yeah.
Because, people are nicer up north, aren't they?
Sometimes they can be.
And in the south, they're nasty.
This is slightly...
You're the exception here. You seem...
That's very kind.
I mean, people in the Midlands, not bad. It's a geographical thing. It's nobody's fault.
What about the Welsh?
They're just weird.
Yeah, they are.
It's weird up west.
Chris is Welsh, my producer, and I find him tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, my theory was scotched by... We met somebody from Devon called Ted.
Yeah.
Who was lovely. Probably the nicest person in the UK.
Oh, really?
So, although it is nice up north, there are exceptions. I'm looking for me.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for my mobile. It's got to be switched off.
Oh, well, you can keep it on if you want. It's not the end of the world.
I thought it goes.
You don't get that anymore.
Oh, I'll put it right close to the microphone and see.
Well, don't.
Right.
It's not good. No. So, the tour was Jamie Oliver on wheels, not on wheels, musical, not music, not a Jamie Oliver musical, but you were trying to do for food. What
I
he
know what
did.
you're driving at, Ian.
Yes.
Let me help you out.
Thank you. I'm stuck.
I was trying to spread the message started by Jamie that nutritional, whatever, diet is a good thing.
Yes.
And so I asked my wife Mary, who of course is a dinner lady at a local primary school, not in London, up in Sheffield,
okay,
for advice. But she was too busy wiping down the surfaces and defrosting the fridge, that sort of thing, pushing on a new bin liner. That takes a while, doesn't it? You've got to source and access the bin liner. It's a pedal bin liner, but it's got to be torn off the roll, sometimes blown open. Like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I've not really been able to advise people.
Oh, so you didn't get any information to give them?
No.
That's disappointing.
But, I've been able to tell them about, advise them not to buy the Bounty Bar.
What?
Well, there's no cardboard strip in it. I mean, it's a long time, isn't it? You'll remember. You're a young lad, Ian, but I'm sure you remember.
I remember the cardboard strip. Yeah, that's gone now, is it?
Well, it has.
So you want to boycott Bounty Bar? Surely that's good for the environment, though, less...
Oh, well, you might have a point. But, the fragile coconut required the stability of the cardboard strip. I'm salivating, aren't I?
Calm down.
Because I'm angry.
Yeah, don't be angry.
Well, it's been over 10 years since I got rid of the cardboard tray or strip. But I've been too angry till now to say anything. Not now. Come on. Mars of Slough, you've really done it now. Oh, you've seen fit to remove the strip of cardboard from the Bounty. Oh, Mars of Slough, I'm sorry, but from now, I'm a Cadbury's man, a Bounty fan. You can no longer count me. Come on, yeah. And so, to close, what I propose, without being unduly rowdy...
It's a rap.
...is a mutiny over the Bounty! Do you get it? Yeah. Well, there's obviously a very long verse to that, but I just thought, hey, I've been advertising, I'm sorry, it's not allowed to do that on commercial stations.
Would you want to we got a caller for you. Do you want to talk to Paul, are you a fan?
Yeah, I've been a fan of John for quite a while.
There was a little hesitation there that we both picked up on, I think. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about.
That's thinking time, Ian.
Oh, thinking time. Well, Paul, what would you like to say to John?
Hello, John, how you doing?
I'm all right. Are you driving, Ian, at the moment?
I'm hands-free.
Oh, you're hands-free,
I'm legal.
All right.
I was wondering if you be prepared to do Pigeons in Flight.
Oh, now, I once met Davy Jones of the Monkees.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I'm a big fan of the Monkees.
Me too.
It was in the toilets. It was in the urinal next to him.
You're a very big fan.
I'm very big fan. So he's in the one urinal. I'm in the next one. Then there's someone next to me, and someone says, "So Dave, you're going to do Daydream Believer tonight?" And he went, "I hate." He talks. I hate singing Daydream Believer. It gets right up my backside. Now you think, well, you're a monkey. That's your bread and butter, is Dave. Do you get bored of singing the hits?
Well, Pigeons in Flight, it upsets me every time I play it.
Oh,
because I think we could have had number one. In Eurovision.
What went wrong?
The Norwegians wouldn't sing it. Well, Britain turned it down. I mean, the big problem, Ian, was it was £70 to enter.
What?
And I rang up BASCA, the British Academy of Songwriting.
Yeah.
And I said, what about £25 just for a chorus?
Yeah.
And they said no. I said, well, what about a tenner for just for the intro? And they hung up on me.
Oh, dear.
So then I applied to the Norwegians, because they used to get null pois.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Which is quite funny to us, but not to them. And that's why they were harpooning the whales.
Yeah.
Because they're looking for a scapegoat.
Right, yeah.
And Wales has been very big. Obviously, that's a natural scapegoat. Also, I think the way they blow the water through the spout. It could be seen as blowing a raspberry, which would have angered them. But they shouldn't be doing that. They should be harpooning the songwriters.
No, yes, exactly.
So anyway, but yeah, I don't mind playing pigeons. It's not on my new EP, sadly.
Well, let me just ask, before you go, how long, are you going at past, or are you, when are you going? Be honest, if you want to go at past, you go at past.
What, if I want to stay till midnight, am I allowed to do that?
Not allowed to stay till midnight. You've either got 2:30 or 2:45. The choice is yours. I won't be offended either way.
I'd like to go at 22.
Do you want to go at 22?
Yeah, there's a bus that comes at 17 minutes to.
Okay, well, do you want to stay till 22?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll play it, because I've got to go to a break now.
All right, then.
But we may get him to play it later on, or we may get him to play some new stuff.
Well,
you know, whatever John there, Frank.
It's so easy, I could play a quick rendition now.
You got 10 seconds.
Right, okay. Pigeons in flight, I want to see you tonight. Oh, I want to hold you, if I may be so bold to, and tell you some...
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location, and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
On 97.3
DAB
and online,
London's biggest conversation, LBC.
It's 8:30, I'm Jonathan Savage. Don't expect anything to land on your doormat next Friday. Postal workers have voted to undertake the first national strike in 10 years. We're warned there could be more if the dispute over pay isn't settled. An 18-year-old woman's to return to court in September after being remanded accused of murdering a teenager in Croydon. Chelsea Bennett's charged with killing Shan Simpson. The ringleader of a South London gang that robbed 38 rail passengers in a month has been sentenced to at least 4 years in jail. 19-year-old Abu Bakr Ega from Croydon admitted 4 robberies, 2 thefts and an assault. He was part of a 4-strong Somalian group who attacked people travelling between Sutton and Victoria. Thousands of people have arrived in Somerset for the Glastonbury Music Festival, and those without wellies are feeling the pinch. With rain forecast, some traders are selling the boots for £80 a pair outside the gates. London's Travel Lee Bridge Road in Leighton has just reopened both ways between Northumberland Road and the High Road after an accident. And London's weather for tonight: sunsets at 9:20, dry for a time but showers moving in later, minimum temperature of 12 degrees Celsius. Cloud and showers to start tomorrow when the sun rises at 4:42, a high on Friday of 18. LBC, it's 8:31.
Welcome to the Norwich Union Quiz. Question 1. What annual mileage could save money with Pay As You Drive insurance?
6,000 miles or under.
Correct. Why could Pay As You Drive save you money?
Your premiums reflect the miles you drive.
Sounds fairer by far. How can you find out more details?
Call 0800 410 800 or visit norwichunion.com.
Correct. You really should get out more.
Call 0800 410 800 now to see if you could save. Age restrictions apply. Calls may be recorded and or monitored. The standard monthly charge is applied to all policies.
So let me get this straight. It's called Imodium Plus, but it takes away diarrhoea.
That's right, because it has a unique formula that relieves the obvious symptoms of diarrhoea, plus all the others.
So it's called Plus, but it subtracts wind.
Exactly.
It's called Plus, but it deducts cramps.
That's the gist of it.
It's called Plus, but it decreases bloating.
That's quite enough.
It's called Plus, but it also...
Shut up! Oh. So, for relief from diarrhoea, plus all other windy symptoms, take Imodium Plus caplets and take control.
Plus, you should always read the label.
Quiet!
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
So, OK, very exciting. You've actually made a film. I thought you were joking when you mentioned your film.
Iain, why would you joke about making a film?
I don't want to say while you're in the building. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, it was filmed by international stills photographer Martin Parr.
OK.
You've not heard of him, have you?
As I said, I do not know who he is.
Well,
he's famous, apparently.
Apparently, I've not heard of him either. I mean, he can't be that good, because he hasn't got a shop.
Right.
He doesn't do weddings.
No.
He just does... He goes to like Tokyo and takes a picture of a potato and gets
It's
paid
art.
100,000. Yeah, it's a bit art.
And lady's breast, and it's not porn, it's
Hey.
art.
Well, I suppose that sort of thing, yeah. But the point is, he's wobbly, you know, and so a lot of the... and he left the camera running when he shouldn't have done, like in the back of the Austrian ambassador.
Yeah.
Mind you, this did allow us to appreciate the quality stitch work of the Austrian ambassador's interior.
Is it good?
Yeah, but it also showed up the defects. There was a little loose thread.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. But it is good, and it's available on DVD. Do you know what that stands for?
I don't think I do.
I don't think anybody does.
No, I don't think
Neither
so.
do I.
Oh.
Perhaps you could run a competition.
We were going to have a competition. Someone sent me that. See that massive book there? It's a book about creationism, and it disputes the whole theory of Darwin. That's volume 1 of 7.
Blimey.
We were going to give that away to a youngster learning biology or something, just so they got a different perspective.
But back to my DVD.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And like the EP, you can well, no, you have to buy that one, but you can download the EP on my website.
I'm going to write this down. What's your website?
Well, obviously I don't need to say www anymore.
You don't need to.
It becomes tiresome.
Yes, but I've written it down. Yeah.
Though it sounds quite nice when you say www. Dot Shuttleworths.
Shuttleworths.
With an S on. Shuttleworth with an S on.
Yeah.
.co.uk.
Okay, so who had Shuttleworth then?
I think it's a plane designer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you not get it off him?
Could have a try.
Oh, word. So the DVDs, you can get the DVD on there?
Yes.
And you can get the EP?
That's right. But you can buy the EP from normal outlets, HMV, Amazon, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But, I don't want to promote it.
Calm down. Calm down. Do you want to do the song? Would that focus you?
Is there my bus coming?
Well, you've got it's 25 too, so you can fit
I
it
will
in
a minute, Ian. I was just going to tell you about my follow-up film.
Oh, yes, boss.
Well, it's called Southern Softies.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see whether people are soft in the south.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already established that some of them are nice.
Yes.
Because there's that lad from Devon.
Yeah.
Who was nice. But are they soft? Because Jeff Capes, the strong man, he was from the north.
World's strongest man, yeah.
Whereas Charles Autry, he was from the south, wasn't he? Do you see where I'm going with this? You know what I mean?
Yes, I do, yeah.
So we've got to, go out. And people in the south, they have warmer weather.
Yeah.
They have a gentler lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we're going to examine that.
Okay.
But yeah, back to the EP.
Yes.
Have you ever started on your main course, finished your main course, then gone on to your pudding, and then someone said, "Hey, would you like more of the main course?" And you've gone, "Well, I'd love to, but I can't go back to savoury now." Have you had that, darling?
Oh, I thought that was you. Yeah, I have had that happen to me. Yes.
Well, that's what this song is all about. Hope you enjoy it, everybody. My wife Mary made a lovely shepherd's pie and peas with carrots and gravy. Oh, and cabbage as an additional green. I said, "That looks fantastic, love," and I tucked in hungrily. My daughter Karen did not, something I wish I had seen. For soon my plate was empty. I said, "Mary, is there any more?" She said, "No, love, but it's treacle sponge for afters." And I said, "Pfwah!" I'd had a couple of mouthfuls when I heard Karen declare, "I can't eat any more of the shepherd's pie, Mum." Well, it filled me with despair. Guess if I'd have known that, I would have started on my sweets.
Of course.
But I can't go back to savoury now. That shepherd's pie was stunning, but I'm halfway through my pudding. I can't go back to savoury now. Oh no, my taste buds would go crazy. I can't go back to savoury now. 'Cause you can't, can you?
No, not at all.
My tummy was in turmoil. I was panicked and confused. And as Karen's dinner grew colder, so did my sweet. For my pleasure in that treacle sponge was now massively reduced by the sight of fluffy potato and glistening meat. Take this plate from me, oh Lord, before I go insane. Should I press on with me afters, Oh, go back to me Maine. No, I can't go back to savoury now. That shepherd's pie was stunning, but I'm halfway through me pudding. I can't go back to savoury now. Oh no, my taste buds would go crazy, and I can't go back to savoury now. I can't go back, I won't go back. I'd love to go back, but I mustn't do that. I can't go back, I won't go back. Obviously I'd love to go back, but I mustn't do that. Oh, at that moment I heard a sound, the scrape of knife on plate, and I watched Karen's dinner go in the dog's dish. My appetite now gone, my pudding suffered the same fate. I can only assume that this appalling outcome was God's wish. You know what I mean, Ian?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Because I can't go back to savoury. I can't go back to savoury now. Join in when you feel confident. That shepherd's pie was stunning, but I'm halfway through me pudding. I can't go back to savoury now. Oh no, my taste buds would go crazy.
Crazy.
Can't go back to savoury now. Can I just say there's a video of this on, is it on Newband? On the internet?
On YouTube, I think.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Thank you very much. Get off the floor, Ian.
What I find disconcerting is that you're obviously, you know, very talented, but you're performing. You're sat 2 feet away from me, and I'm getting you're playing it as though you're playing a stadium, and I'm getting the full force of your intensity, and that's good. That's
without trying to do myself down in any way, this to me is like a stadium. Yeah, because normally I play sheltered accommodation, you know, hospices. The Scout Hut I played last week. You know, it's lovely to come in and thank you very much, Ian. But I get my bus on.
All right, John, listen, thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you. Do you want to take all your bits and pieces?
Let's disconnect.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you very much for that.
Dr. Hook or something like that. Rita Coolidge, something like that.
What?
Yeah. A request from my wife, Mary.
Oh, Doctor, my mum's favourite band is Dr. Hook.
Well, yes, it's everyone's favourite band, isn't it?
I took a night off work to go and see Dr. Hook in concert recently.
Did you?
Yeah. Do you want to hand out? Sorry. We'll plug the website and the last bit of the tour again.
Well, bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah. Lovely. There we go.
It's a nice fine panel.
Yes, thanks very much. We chose it ourselves. Yeah. Thank you, John. I'll give this case to Chris so I can carry on.
Thank you.
Okay, lovely. I'll go back in here. Lovely. Thank you, John. Nice to meet you.
Bye, nice to meet you.
There we go. Nice lad. Right. Okay. Right. So, if you want to get the he's sat that close to me and giving me the full performance. If you want to get the CD or the film or whatever, go to shuttleworths.co.uk. Eduardo, he just ran off. He had to get the bus.
I wanted to ask him a serious question.
Oh well, he's run off to get the bus. He can't answer your question.
Oh,
sorry about that, dude. You know. Oh, hang on 1 second. Let's just see. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Does he supply the ointment and bandages? Thank you.
How mysterious. Sorry, Eduardo.
He's to play Tummy Trouble.
What?
Tummy Trouble.
You've got tummy troubles?
I wanted him to play Tummy Trouble.
That's not a serious question. That's a request.
No, that was the second part.
Can you
hear the disappointment in my voice?
You do sound genuinely good. Is it not exciting to you that you were that close? You were yay close to talking to him?
Well, yeah, almost.
Oh.
I felt like I was almost there with him, but because I missed his show on the 18th.
Oh, hang on a minute. I tell you what, can we have track 3 on the CD? Because that is Tummy Trouble.
Yeah.
And we'll play the CD for you, Eduardo. It's not quite live, but here's John Shuttleworth and Tummy Trouble.
My wife Mary made a lovely shepherd's pie and peas with carrots and gravy, and cabbage as an additional green. I said, that looks fantastic, love, and I tucked in hungrily.
Track 3, Ellen! Track 3! Oh no, it's all muffed up, isn't it? It's me trying to look all impressive and... There we go. This is track 3. Yes, lovely. There we go.
Tummy trouble prevents you from going outdoors. Tummy trouble as often as not is caused by swallowing food too quickly without chewing it particularly. Food that's sweet and sickly or pickly. Like gherkins. Tummy trouble brings misery to your life. Tummy trouble provokes anger in your wife. For when you say your tummy hurts, she knows from past experience bad odours will be coming soon to the living room. And when you've had a curry, you've a special cause to worry. You may suddenly have to hurry to the lavatory. Tummy trouble. That's right. Tummy trouble, but please don't be alarmed. Tummy trouble, your tummy can be calmed. Milk of magnesia tends to make things easier. Relief for many comes with a rennie. And when you're feeling better and you tuck it into a Viennetta, you'll feel well enough to post a letter or walk a red setter. But, you know, be wary, because that breed of dog is very fleet of foot. They're also daft as a brush, so they might run off. And if you've had a bad stomach, you know, you're not going to be able to catch them. Not being able to apprehend the dog could cause anxiety, which in turn could lead to, well, you know. No? Well, I tell you, it could cause tummy trouble. Please try and avoid it. If it's all possible. You know. Oof.
This is Alan Joyce in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre. Big delays if you're heading now into Hemel Hempstead on the A41. It's been completely closed in both directions because of an accident just by the London Road junction. So that's going to cause you big problems if you're trying to get to Hemel Hempstead Station during the course of this evening. It's already building up on the A414 along St Albans Road and also on the Leighton Buzzard Road. Do add your updates though. 08000 68 60 80 is the downline number. Also, Honeypot Lane remains closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus with a burst water main. Lea Bridge Road in Leighton is fully open again now between Northumberland Road and the High Road following an accident earlier. But in West Brompton there's one lane blocked on the Fulham Road with a broken down coach away from town just after Gunter Grove. And there are delays as well if you're heading a bit further afield into Canvey Island. Now it looks like one of the routes onto the island is blocked by an accident, so serious queues on both approaches there. Soames Avenue is where the accident is. On the tubes, delays on the Jubilee line, and on the train still some delays on Gatwick Express in Southern between Victoria and Clapham Junction. LBC 97.3 Travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
This is London's biggest conversation.
A great conversation can be about anything, but it must have passion. Whether it's about the best free kick of all time, your greatest movie, who's got the best backside, you must be passionate about it.
This is LBC.
If you work in a big business, you buy a big machine that'll do everything for everyone. Print, copy, scan and fax. But what if you're a medium or small business? Simple. You buy a small machine that'll do everything for everyone too. Print, copy, scan and fax. The advanced new colour Xerox Phaser 6110 multifunction laser product. Everything you'd expect from a Xerox in a very small package at an even smaller price. For more information, go to xerox.co.uk/6110. Xerox Colour. It makes business sense.
Cucumber Man believes that air conditioning designed and installed by us and only us will increase your libido by an average 134%. But we can't prove it. However, we can prove it's 100% tax deductible if used for business purposes. Visit cucumberman.com or phone 0800 762 762 now. Whoosh!
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening. Call 0870 90 90 973.
John Shuttleworth has left the building. Huh?
I've known him for years.
Have you really known him? You know
I don't mean I know him, but I know who he is.
the fella that was with John, who's the booker, or is he, or the agent, or it's nice. Seemed like a nice lad. We've got. This is interesting. We've got. We'll give this away, shall we? We might as well. We've got not a tea towel. What do I want to say? Apron. We've got an apron, a John Shuttleworth apron to give away. And I was just wearing it, and I'm going to do the rest of the show wearing this apron. Put the other apron on, Chris, because it's weird. I would never think of getting dressed to cook something. It seems odd. But putting the apron on, reaching behind, putting it over your head, reaching behind, tying it up. They are tricky to tie up on your own, but you can sort of do it. It feels satisfying, and it feels just... It just feels really... It's a little bit small on me, but it feels really comfortable. Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
Chris, imagine I'm wearing this, right?
Yeah.
I've got me trousers on. Come on, that would be sexy, wouldn't it? I'm just going to go and rustle up a cake.
Oh, no, don't turn around.
She'd love that.
I feel protected in this.
I feel protected in it.
It's like...
Is there another apron that Helen can wear, or have you only got two?
Oh, there's only two.
Share that one.
What?
Oh, no, that's impractical.
No.
Sorry, that's impractical.
It's like body armour.
It's like thin cotton body armour that will protect you from... But can you... This is such an old-fashioned thing. I would never think of getting dressed to do some cooking, to put on a special cooking garment.
Oh, I would. I'm a messy cook.
You're a messy what?
Cook.
Can you bake a cake?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Huh?
Well, do it then. What cake can you bake? He's just said yes as a reaction. He can't actually do it.
Butterfly cakes.
Okay, what's the ingredients, the ratio of ingredients?
I don't want to play this game.
There we go, you see.
Well, you're lying then, aren't you?
Well, I'll work it out when I'm doing it.
Well, I'll work it
All right,
out.
what do you need? What are the basic ingredients to make a butterfly cake?
Flour, water, and butter.
What?
Flour,
and
water,
something else?
Mark and butter. Butter. Mark and... Who's Mark? Is he the chef that's going to cook it for you?
I didn't say Mark.
You said Mark and butter. Butter.
I was going to say margarine.
So you said Mark instead, and butter. Oh, my foot's...
Yeah, butter.
Okay. Anyway.
Can you bake a cake, Ian?
No, I can't bake a cake. As you know, when we had our conversation... We've had this conversation off air. This is a fake radio conversation.
I didn't have this conversation off air.
Not that bit, but the new bit, the new junction we've just gone off. What you need is a pocket. My mum used to have the apron that the fat dude wore in Food and Drink, and we've had this on like a show a year ago where we were trying to work out the fat dude's name on Food and Drink. Anyway, she had his actual... Do you remember that? We did a whole...
Did he do...
Big beard, eyes...
Did he do Blue Peter?
No.
Years and years ago?
No. We
French.
did... No, he's not French.
Is he an actor?
No, something like Peter French. That was his name.
Something like... We had a whole thing about this on the Drive Time show. Do you remember the Drive Time show?
No.
Is there a Drive Time jingle? Can you play one? There's one. It's the presenter of the year thing. Let's play that.
What, is there?
Yeah.
There is. Let's play that and just reminisce about the old days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, go on. Go on. Yeah, let's pretend it's... Pretend it's 3.
LBC 97.3.
Call Iain Lee on the 3.5 hour 3 till 6:30 Iain Lee Afternoon Wireless Show. 0870 90 90.
Then there's this, the bonus bit. Listen.
To certain irregularities,
I got busted.
the LBC Presenter of the Year award has been withdrawn from Iain Lee.
Well busted.
And a recount of votes has been ordered. We apologise to everyone who took time to vote.
I got busted.
Yeah, you know who caused all that?
Who caused all that?
Jon Snow.
Oh, Jon Bloomin' Snow with his colourful ties and his attitude towards finding the truth and outing wrongdoers. I hate him. God damn it. Anyway, it's good that. We used to do that. But we had a whole show where we were trying to work out the name of that guy, and then someone told us. Why was that? Because, it doesn't matter now. I think I was doing a TV show with him or something. Oh, hang on a second. Line 9 will know. She's quite elderly. Line 9, who are we thinking of?
Is that Chris?
It's Iain, you're on the wireless.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
I thought, are you on till 10?
I'm on till 10. What, yes, is that good or bad?
I can come back then, can't I? Because actually, I'm finding out when you finish. Only I used to listen to Friday nights. Of course, we don't hear you anymore there, do we?
What, you don't hear? You do hear me on Friday nights, yes?
I don't, darling.
7 till 10, you do?
No.
Yes, 7 till 10. I'm on every.
7 to 10. I was talking about the late.
Oh, you remember when we used to do the old weekend show?
Darling, yes.
Well, that was like nearly 2 years ago.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was. We stopped doing it.
It's only a couple of weeks.
Wow, this was. We stopped doing the Friday night show in October of 2005. Who do you think you're talking to?
Ian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we've got that right.
Ian Lee.
Yes. I stopped doing the Friday nights. Oh, Helen's putting the apron on. It's good. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels satisfying. Do you wear aprons, Dotty?
Yes.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Adrian, yes. Adrian Allen you're talking about?
Adrian Allen?
Yeah.
Adrian Allen's not here anymore.
Oh, no. Who are you talking about then?
Aprons.
Who?
Aprons?
Apron.
Yes. Do you wear aprons?
Sort of apron.
Well, just like an apron to cook in.
You cook, do you?
No, do you?
Yes.
Have you ever worn an apron and nothing underneath it?
And nothing else under it?
Yeah, to excite...
Well, in the summer, I have sometimes cooked in a short nightie.
Well, you're a naughty one, aren't you?
No.
Yes.
I've been all on my own.
Oh, okay. So there wasn't someone there to be excited by that.
If it's very cold, if it's very hot, you've got to keep cool the kitchen.
Yeah, you've got to keep. If you can't stand the heat, I would get out of the kitchen, to be honest, or open a window.
It's a very funny thing, but
Yes.
I'm listening to you,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to your show as well.
Well, it's me
Now, how come?
on the radio
Yeah.
because we're transmitting.
You're 30 seconds back, are you, or something?
It's about 10 or 15 seconds, yeah, something like that. Well, Dottie, listen, thanks for calling.
Yeah, I was going to play you a little tune, but I won't now. You're on till when?
Till 10, and then Clive Bull comes on at 10.
Well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. What?
I don't speak to Clive.
Why don't you speak to Clive?
I don't know. I've never had, but I don't know. It's never been something to question. I've been on the lines for 20 years.
Well, that's your arm must be aching.
I know lots of.
That's a good one. That's a good.
I've been to lots of parties at your studios in different places.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yes.
So why don't you? Do you like Clive Bull?
I don't know him.
No, I don't mean. Well, you don't know me, but you like me, don't you?
Oh well, I like listening to you. Yeah.
Well, do you? Okay.
Well, Clive, I should say that Clive's not my what would call it, a format, is it?
He's not your format. What is your? Well, I don't. These ads. We're not playing these ads. What is your format?
He's my doormat.
He's your doormat. Well,
No.
Dottie, what? Very quickly.
Don't you tell him, will you?
Well, he's listening downstairs.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
I haven't said anything nasty about him.
Well, you just said he's your doormat. Dottie, I've got to go.
Hey, all right then.
There we go.
It's always a good idea to get an expert's opinion. Whatever your forte, whether it's cars, cooking, interior design, or turning a dreary outside space into an inspiring garden. So, if you're thinking of investing in property, why not get the combined expertise of Inside Track's legal specialists, property experts, and financial advisors behind you? Start finding out more at a free introductory workshop. If you want to profit from property, don't go round the houses. Take the Inside Track. Our 250 experts could help you build your property portfolio. Call 0870 1244 614 or go to insidetrack.co.uk.
OK, here's the script for Allied Carpets.
Right.
Masses of carpets, woods, laminates, vinyls and rugs are up to 50% off, and to get the point across, they thought it would be clever to cut all the words in half too.
Oh, I see. So that's why it says, Ally Cars have 50% off select carps, woods, lambs, vines and ruz.
Exactly.
They've gone mad.
I know. 50% is a lot to take off.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
I've got a tiny ball of blue tack then, and I was getting really into just staring at the blue tack, because this has gone a bit funny.
What have you moulded it into?
Well, into a ball. But come and look at this, Chris, because this is genuinely fascinating. God, it's like, I'd imagine what this is like to be on LSD in the 1960s, where you're fascinated by blue tack. But look, I've made this blue tack. Well, you got to come close. Don't forget the microphone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've made the blue tack.
Look at your nails!
What's wrong with them?
Look at the length of them.
Well, they're really long. I need to cut them.
How could you let them go that long?
Well, no need to cut them.
They're like ladies' nails.
Ooh, let me run. Come here. I'm going to run my nails. Come here. Oh, that was nicer.
That was nice, but it's confusing because you're like a bloke.
All right, close your eyes. Close your eyes, my dear.
That's better.
Now look at me. I'm running my nails over his head.
That's how long a bloke's fingernail should be.
Right, let me have a look at the other hand. Right, okay. Yeah. I want you to show that one to Helen.
That one?
Yeah.
Your nail should not come past the tip of your...
He's right here.
But these are long, but look at that one.
Let's have a look. Come here.
Go back and have a look at that one.
Right, Helen, you got to look at Ian's, though.
I'll come and show you. But I know they're too long.
Can I look?
But they're like, what I'll do is, I know it sounds a bit poncy, but I'm going to get these manicured. Look at that one.
Oh, that's a bit bitten.
Oh, that's a bit, just a little bit short.
Oh, no, that's wrong.
What's wrong with that?
They're too long.
Look at that one.
They're too long. Get them cut.
Well, I'm going to get them cut.
But look, that's a decent size.
Well, you're going to have bleeding... Oh, hang on, Helen's got bloke's nails. That's why she's on your side.
You shouldn't have long nails.
You shouldn't have nails that short.
You should have nails that long.
Well, yeah, we should have somewhere in between. I think we can agree on that, can't we?
Yeah, like me.
No, yours are too short. You've been biting your nails. They're too short. They look ridiculous.
They're not as short as Helen's.
No, well, Helen's is the shortest. Yours are still too short. Mine are too long, but only by a little bit. So you should have less than this. This is good. If I got in a fight, I could scratch your eye out.
Yeah, but having them that long, you would catch them on things.
On what?
That's wrong.
Saying that, I did catch that on one. Look, and that's got a little chip in it there. I chipped my nail the other day. But the thing is, though, I'm going to get these nicely manicured, and they're going to look wicked now, because you've got to grow them a bit so that they can get...
Yeah, but they'll probably charge you extra for the length of them.
Well, wow, what does the length got to do with the price of a manicure?
Well, because they got to do more filing.
They've got to do more filing. They've got to do less filing. They just cut it off and then they file it down. You don't know anything about nails.
Yeah, but if I went for a manicure, they wouldn't have to bother cutting.
No, they wouldn't let you. They'd say, excuse me, can you leave? Because you're going to give us a really bloody bad name. Leaving with nails like that, we can't work with those nails.
No, they just file them.
There's nothing to file. They'll just file your fingers till they...
On 97.3
DAB
and online.
London's biggest conversation, LBC.
At 9, postal worker walkout confirmed. Teenage killing accused remanded in Croydon, and Lewis Hamilton crashes out in Brunswick Square. It's 9 o'clock. I'm Jonathan Savage. Postal workers are to stage their first strike in over a decade on the 29th of June. Up to 130,000 Royal Mail staff will walk out for 24 hours in a row over pay and modernisation plans. The Post Office says it's very disappointed over the disruption customers will face. An 18-year-old woman's been remanded in custody accused of killing a teenager in Croydon. Mark McQuillan has more from the LBC News Centre.
Chelsea Bennett, who lives at the Gilroy Court Hotel on London Road, appeared before Croydon magistrates accused of the murder of Sian Simpson. Sian, who was also 18, was stabbed in the heart on Man Close just before 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. She died at Mayday Hospital later that evening. Bennett, who's unemployed, will reappear at the Old Bailey on the 27th of September. A second 18-year-old woman arrested in connection with the murder has been released on bail to return to a South London police station next month.
There are fears not enough is being done to make sure the 2012 Olympics are safe. Met Police Deputy Assistant Commissioner Richard Bryan says the board set up to plan the Games make decisions too slowly, but could making this statement cause unnecessary alarm. Terror specialist Will Geddes told LBC what he thinks.
I think they're probably quite wise to raise their concerns at this early stage. I mean, there's still plenty of time going ahead, obviously, to ensuring that the right component parts are in place. And bearing in mind that the people that are going to be responsible for the public order fundamentally are going to be the police, if they have concerns at this stage, they need to voice them. If they leave it too late, it could be too late.
Now, he may be the hottest property in Formula One, but Lewis Hamilton came a cropper when he went back to go-karting in London. Hamilton crashed his kart into the safety barriers while going for a spin around Brunswick Square this afternoon. He began his driving career in karting as an 8-year-old. It hasn't affected his confidence, though, and he is still hoping to become one of the all-time great Formula One drivers.
People say that I'm possibly the Tiger Woods of Formula One, but I'm the Lewis Hamilton of Formula One. But it's great. I mean, Tiger's done so much for the sport. So many more people are involved. Even myself, I'm getting into golf now, and I hope I can have the same impact on motorsport.
If you're away from your radio and you want to stay in touch with all the latest news, weather and travel, then you can call 0901 723 6666. Calls will cost you 35 pence a minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary. London's top travel story at the moment, well, the A41 in Hemel Hempstead is closed in both directions at London Road. That's because of an accident. London's weather for tonight, sunset is at 9:20, a dry night for a while but showers later on, lows of 12 degrees Celsius. Sunrise tomorrow at 4:42, cloud and showers to start. They could get heavier later, a top temperature of 18 degrees. LBC, it's 9:03.
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
LBC 97.3.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake. I'll train. I'll have me fish. I'll come home, have some more fish with a rice cake, and then have some fish before I go to bed.
I've worked it out. Can I use this mic? Can I use this mic?
Go on.
I'm going to lie down on the desk. My back is killing me. I've worked it out. Right. That means I can't do the faders, which means we can't have any phone calls, which ain't no great loss. So if I can lie down on it, can I be able to lie down on it? There's room enough for me. Room enough for two if anyone wants to join me. My back is really killing me. Just hope Bob isn't listening because he might get a bit funny.
How are you going to get up there?
Up where? Up here, isn't it?
Oh, that's...
You got it? You see where I'm going? Oh, yes. Yeah, it's good. So good to me. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, London, I think I found the future of this. I'm lying down on the... My back is killing me, man. I've got to do a really weird stretch. Oh, I think I found the future of broadcasting. I'm lying down on the desk with the microphone, the other microphone I don't normally use. Do I need to be talking into the side? There we go.
You sound fine.
Does it sound all right?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, groovy. Well, there we go. So I'm lying on my back. So another thing that annoyed me today was I booked the I can't see it. Well, I can see the clock there. I booked the Japanese lessons.
Do you want to lower the lighting?
Oh yeah, I do actually. I mean, it's getting up again. What I'll do, I'll lower the
little stand lamp.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, it does genuinely hurt. Just going to lower the lighting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take my iPod over there as well, just in case get a bit bored. Listen to some nice tunes. Be nice. So, I booked the Japanese lessons, and then they phoned me up today and said, "Oh, sorry, we're going to have to put it a week later," which is kind of annoying. And then the 2 Saturdays after that, I'm on holiday, so I can't hear it. I can't do it anyway. Oh, this is nice. This is going to be nice. Sorry about this. It's slightly self-indulgent. Slightly self-indulgent, but do you know what? I'm in so much pain with this back. And it started off as... where's my head? Oh, it started off as just a little twinge, and I made it worse by going... There we go, I'm lying back down again now, the lights are a little bit darker. I made it worse by going to the gym this morning, and I woke... Because I was waiting for a package to come. A parcel was supposed to be being delivered. recorded delivery. And they said, it'll be with you by 9. But that normally means it'll turn up at 2:30 if you're lucky, or they'll just put a red card through the door saying, we tried to deliver, but unfortunately we couldn't. And it did come. It came about 9:05, and the gym class was at 9:15. And then I had to make that decision of, I could go to the gym now. Should I do it? And I did go. And I sort of wish I hadn't, because it's knackered me back. But, I got to the package was the DVD of the thing that I filmed in Las Vegas. And it's odd, because I remember it being out there, it being an absolute nightmare and failing miserably. And somehow they've managed to sprinkle some TV magic, and it's all right. You know, it's kind of scrubbed up quite well. Is Chris come back yet with that thing?
Yeah, he won't be long.
Okay.
Put the lighting off here as well.
It's nice and relaxed. We should be. I know we can't really burn any oil or anything, but should be burning some oil. I'm going to get some. Let me get some relaxing kind of music going here. Let's have something nice and relaxing. Let's see.
Here he's coming in now. You should see him.
Okay.
I can do it.
Let's have some relaxing music. There we go. Well, Chris is wearing an apron, and I believe he's delivering the teas in the style of a sexy waiter.
Don't know why.
He's going to drop it.
You're going to drop that. You're going to drop that. And I'm lying down. Seriously, this is... You're going to drop it. You can't even open the door. You are going to drop it.
Got it.
Don't bring it near me. You're going to drop it. You're going to drop it.
Got it.
He's holding the tray up in his hand like an idiot.
You said I couldn't do it, and I can.
Yeah, don't bring it. Do not hold it over me.
I'm not coming anywhere near you.
Because I can see this is going to end.
See, I can do it.
Okay, now all you got to do is toss it from one hand to the other. Like the real waiters do. Like those two Muppets. Did you watch Britain's Got Talent?
No.
And one of the acts, right, was just two blokes spinning bottles, like Tom Cruise did in The Cocktails.
Hang on a minute.
Yes.
Why are you lying on the desk?
Because it's good for your back, isn't it? Even though my spine isn't touching the desk for some reason. I've got a real arch in my spine. Oh, it's turned.
Right.
Let me just read that for Ringo.
1 tea for you.
Yeah. Okay. You couldn't do me a favour?
Yeah.
Just put one caller through, just to see what they've got to say. I'm not really that bothered doing it. But
Can we have Betty?
Oh, let's have Betty. Yeah, Betty will understand my pain. Thank you for the tea. Which tea did we go for?
We went for the red bush with vanilla.
Okay, I'm going to have to buy a box of that, because that's Clive's, and we are caning that stuff like there's no tomorrow. It's just the most delicious tea.
Here's a caller on line 1.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Iain.
Is that
How
Betty?
are you today?
It's Greeky
Lion.
Hey, Greeky Lion, how you doing? Good lad. Thank you for that.
There you go.
I am lying on the desk. You don't have to just put one through. Let's have a little chitty chat with someone to take us up to the travel, shall we?
Hello?
Hello?
Is that Betty?
Yeah.
Hello, love.
Hello. Who the heck was John Shuttleworth? Our play was better than him.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Eh?
I think he's very good.
Do you think so?
I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. He's been around for years.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
Oh, no, he's good, though. He's good.
No, I see, I rang up before 8 and I held on and held on.
Well, we're not taking many calls tonight.
Aren't you?
No.
And you had a bad back.
I tell you what, Betty, my back is... I'm lying down... Literally, people won't believe this. I'm lying on the desk now. My back is absolutely killing me.
You ought to have mine.
Oh, I don't think that's possible. Is that possible?
No, mine aches all from when I get up to when I go to bed.
Well, I don't want that.
Terrible.
I sat down today at a slower speed. Oh, God.
And you know I told you not to have a cleaner until you're there.
Yeah.
You didn't have that one that horrible woman advised you last night, did you?
Which one was that, Betty?
The one who told you about a cleaner and who told you didn't get food poisoning until 6 hours.
Oh, that silly woman. What's she banging on about?
But fancy all that agency letting you down.
Well, and the annoying thing was, they said, we never... Sir, if you'd booked it, it would be written down here. Well, hang on a minute, maybe you made a mistake. No, sir, we never make mistakes, silly. But I'm an idiot, Betty, for them booking it through them.
And weren't they rude to you?
Yeah.
I thought so. How's your mum?
How's my... she's all right. I need to take her some shopping. I might take some shopping. Do you know what? I can't now. I'm really busy.
Yeah, well, you've been busy, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know when I can take her any shopping, actually. That's a tough one. I don't know.
Oh.
She's all right, yeah, she's fine.
Oh.
I might pop over
Okay.
Sunday, maybe.
You're off Saturday, seeing Dylan.
No, what am I doing Saturday? Saturday I'm going to the osteopath.
Oh, yeah, that's right. For your back.
For the back, and he'll sort it out. Brian will sort it out.
Oh.
And then Sunday night doing the show, but I might pop over to Mum's Sunday afternoon to take her some shopping, although I'd rather stay at home and just play video games.
Yeah.
You ever played on the video games, Betty?
No.
You never had a go on a PlayStation?
No, my son brought me a video. I just can't walk across I can't bend down to do it. What do I want a video?
No, video games.
No, I haven't got. I told you I haven't got internet.
You don't need internet for video games. You get a PlayStation, you just plug it into the telly,
Yeah.
away you go.
Oh, my grandson's got all that palaver. They've got everything.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
It's good to do a bit of the old PlayStation. They go around killing some aliens, bit of Gran Turismo or something, we're good. Might keep you entertained. Oh, okay.
I wish we'd have some rain. My poor flowers are dying.
Eh.
They said we're going to have some tonight.
Now, Betty, did it rain heavily on Sunday night? Sunday?
No.
Oh, because my Sky Plus didn't record Doctor Who on Sunday, and I'm really furious.
We had thunder.
Well, that might be it. That's enough to mess up the Sky Plus sometimes.
We've had thunder a couple of nights.
Thunderbolts and lightning.
It did rain Sunday
Very,
night.
very frightening me.
It did.
Okay, well that
So
will.
my cleaning lady told me.
Oh, that will explain it then, because I didn't record Doctor Who, and I've had loads of emails from people saying, "Oh, it was the best Doctor Who. Oh, you missed it. It was the great."
Oh, when I turn on for the lottery
Yeah,
and the Thunderball,
yeah.
it always runs overtime. It's Doctor Who. Oh, and that bloke's eyes and his face frightens the life out of me.
Doctor Who's eyes and face frighten you?
I don't like that Doctor Who. I don't like anything like that.
He's the second best Doctor Who there's ever been.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, he's good. Betty, I've got to go.
Yes, okay.
Take care, love.
Bye
bye.
Bye bye.
All right, there we go. Is it time for... I can't see the clock, Chris. Is it?
Hang on.
Yes, okay.
Oh. You got to fade Betty down.
Oh, yeah.
And cut her off, actually.
Now it's time.
Okay. It's the travel news. Here's Alan Joyce.
The A41 in Hemel Hempstead is closed in both directions because of an accident just by London Road, making it very slow if you're trying to get up to the train station there on the roads. The M1 northbound looking slow as well, heading up through the roadworks section. A car's broken down in the roadworks between 9 and 10, blocking one lane between the A5 and Luton Airport. Also, north of town, Honeypot Lane is closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus following a burst water main. It happened in the early hours of this morning and could be closed for several days, we're told. And thank you, Gary, for your update on the South Circular. Very slow from Wandsworth towards Putney because of roadworks. It's taken him about an extra 20 minutes to get through there. This just coming on the screens now. Delays around Lambeth because of an accident on St George's Circus. It's right on the corner there by Waterloo Road, causing delays around the one-way system. Do add your updates, though. 08000 68 60 80. On the tubes, a few problems now, actually. Circle line suspended between Edgware Road and Aldgate 5 Victoria. That's because of an incident at St James's Park. The District line suspended between Earls Court and Whitechapel, and there are delays on the Jubilee line as well. LBC 97.3 travel. Your next update is in half an hour.
This is London's biggest conversation.
What makes a good conversation is very simple. You need three ingredients: good people, a good location, and a good subject. Oh, actually, a glass of fine red helps as well.
This is LBC.
I'm reporting from the forest, asking about remortgaging nests, warrens or dens. Excuse me, madam, what's your name? Hattie the Hedgehog. Are you looking to remortgage your burrow? Oh, you already have. Really? You went to Abbey, where you didn't pay any valuation, booking or even legal fees. Okay, thanks for talking. I am married, yes.
For full details on a range of no upfront cost mortgages, call 0800 80 80 80 or visit your local branch for details. Abbey, more ideas for your money. Available on selected products and early repayment charge applies if you repay your mortgage within 2 years. Free valuation up to £1,100.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
There's something wrong with my spine. Because I can get my hand underneath the base of my spine. right, quite easily.
That's
And
everyone's is like
can
that.
they do that? So the base of the spine doesn't touch the floor. So it's not my spine is that curved or my buttocks are that pronounced that they're pushing it up.
I don't think so.
Okay, it's just
Well, how you can just stick a hand under there? Can you?
I can stick a hand under there quite comfortably. There's a huge gap there. Yeah, that's. If you just tune in, I'm lying down because I'm lying on the desk. My back is killing.
Can I see how much stuff I can get under there?
Yeah, go on then. Try and put something under my back. Go on, but don't be gentle because my back does genuinely hurt.
Okay.
So it's down that end.
Okay.
Okay, what's that?
We're putting a CD cover.
Okay.
Under Ian's arched back.
Yeah.
We're putting a biro.
But that's a natural to have that arch, is it?
God, that is quite high, isn't it?
It is really high, isn't it? I don't think it can't be.
I've got a newspaper. Going to try and stick that under you.
Oh, I've not read that yet. That's struggling a bit.
This might be the final thing, actually.
No, there's room. There's room.
Let's go in.
Go on. Well, don't lift me up. That's cheating. Oh, be careful of the tea. I do not want to get scalded.
Got a bag.
A bit of cellophane. There we go. Something to talk about.
I've got the big book of creationism.
Do you know what? I should have that under my head because that'd be really. Oh, that's too big actually. I used to
And I spilled tea on it.
Years ago, I used to do the Alexander technique. Well, I used to do at college, right?
Yeah.
We had like a module where you could do Alexander technique, and all it is like it's like a lesson, right?
Yeah.
And you just lie down on the floor,
Yeah.
and you have like 2 books under your head. What are you doing?
Well, can I lie next to you?
Well, why?
Because it just looks so comfy.
But what? You can't lie down there as well.
I can. Look.
Oh, that is. I feel.
Oh, this feels really good.
I feel slightly uncomfortable because I'm touching you.
Well, that's the only room left.
And you
isn't
just
there?
touched me then as well.
Sorry.
Okay. But could you lie down next to me and not on top of me? I'm joking, of course. But so we used to do this thing, Alexander technique, and I think Clive used to. And basically, so it's a lesson, 45 minutes a week.
Yeah.
And you'd lie on the floor, and you're supposed to correct the posture of your spine and stuff, but I don't think the person that taught us really knew what they were doing. And every week, because I was knackered, I would always fall asleep in the lesson. And would get told off for snoring. But surely that shows that I'm doing it properly, because I'm relaxing properly.
How can you fall asleep correcting your spine?
Well, because you're lying like this, but you'd have like 2 books under your head, and you just suddenly drifting off because you'd had a heavy night the night before.
What, you paid for this, would you?
No, it was at college. It was a lesson. Actually, my college was the dossiest course ever. Right? It was 3 years. In that 3 years, I wrote 7 essays, and they didn't contribute to the final mark.
I think mine was even. What would you say, dossier?
Yeah, you secret dossier.
Yeah, mine was even dossier than that.
Go on.
Mine was 75% coursework, 25% exams.
Well, no, but mine is even dossier than that.
How?
Guess how much percentage of mine was exams?
15?
0. No exams. No, it didn't have exams. It was all assessed. So I had the dossiest. It was all assessed. And it was all assessed doing like drama, which is easy. It's just going, it's just saying words and stuff. You know, it's
I can say words.
Yeah, but you can't. There are some words that you cannot say. I had something I was going to ask you. You know, we did the thing about the candles, and if you put a candle in front of a mirror, does it double the light?
Yeah. What was the answer?
Yeah, it does. I think that's what I think anyway. I had another science-based question, and you know, for the life of me, I can't think what it was. It was actual proper science. That's my nose. Listen to my nose.
Is that hay fever?
No, it's me rubbing it.
Guess what? I know a bloke.
Yeah.
Who's had a day off because he's had hay fever.
You can't have a day off. It's like these kids who go, "Oh, I failed my A levels because I had hay." Oh, it's tough. We should have exams in the winter because I've got hay. No, we're not tough. You'll have a cold there. You're just a baby.
Yeah.
So
he's had. I think he's had in total in the last month 5 days off from work due to hay fever.
In the last month?
Yeah, and it's always on really hot summer days.
Well, that's when people get hay fever.
Oh.
Is there... Now, you know this because you've got a proper job in as much as you have signed... your staff, that's why you get to go to the staff drinks that I don't get invited to.
Yeah.
How many days sick can you have and get paid?
I don't know. Well, you see, because I think I don't have enough. Should you use them up?
Well, you should use them up, yes, but only if you're ill, of course.
Of course,
But sometimes you can be ill.
But how can they set a maximum number of days that you can be ill for? That's impossible.
Well, no, but then it goes. I guess we're going to an insurance claim or something. I don't quite. I've never.
Or maybe if you fulfil your quota,
Yeah.
then you don't get paid to be sick.
Well, no, that's you don't get paid to be sick. But I don't. If I'm sick, I don't get any money at all. I'm self-employed technically.
Well, you should be staff then.
Well, yes. Yeah, I suppose that'll be.
It would be easier, and you get to come to the LBC drinks.
Oh no! Was it any good? The LBC drinks?
Well, I arrived there really late.
Yeah.
And everyone was
Boozed up.
Yeah.
Was Mr. Solder there?
No, Mr. Lloyd was.
Oh yeah. Did you have a chat with him?
Yeah.
What about?
The weather. It's like there was a thunderstorm, but I didn't know about it because I was doing the show.
Those work-do things are kind of weird, and I don't really. Hey, Helen.
Hey, Helen.
What's going on here?
I was just holding his hand.
I was just resting my back.
How did you get up there?
I climbed.
Oh.
There's room for one more.
No.
Squeeze in between for room for a little one.
Right, come on, move over.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Do you want to go in the middle or the end?
Eh?
Middle or end?
Who's going to press the buttons though?
Oh, don't worry about the buttons.
Buttons will press themselves if you leave them.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
I'll get Bob.
Oh, get Bob to press.
Yeah, Bob can come and join us as well. There's room for Bob.
Move those. We don't need those screens.
Oh man, this is what radio would have been like in the '60s with the hippies, man. Seriously, just drinking, doing it lying down,
You
eating.
make a nice couple, you two.
Yeah, we do.
Are we ripping off the hippies?
We're ripping off the hippies. We would make a nice couple.
A handsome couple.
Is it true that the majority of my girlfriends have looked like me? Not the majority, but my really long girlfriend looked like me. Is it true? Now, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if this is offensive or not, but I'm going to say it. That gay men go for men who look like themselves. Is that true? I've noticed. I was watching Property Ladder the other day, and there was a gay couple on there, and they looked exactly the same. These two blokes, and I couldn't tell which one was which. So is that a true? It's a generalisation. I realise it's a generalisation.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because blokes and women look like each other as well, don't they? Or if you've been going out with the same person for a long time, you kind of mould into them, into their looks.
You don't mould. I would if I were a gay, I would love. I would go out. I would go out with you or Marlon Dingle, or I would go out with someone that looked like me.
Yeah, but
because imagine that.
Would you want them shorter or taller?
I want them exactly the same. I'd want them to be exactly the same, so that
Yeah.
I just think that would be kind of quite sexy. I don't know.
Can you get yourself cloned?
No, you can't anymore. But it would be. So I've taped all these Property Ladders, and I've had them on Series Link on the Sky Plus, and I had like 8 on Series Link, and I've seen all of them apart from one.
Yeah.
They're all like repeats. Or 2 years ago, this happened, and I'm going to catch up with them. But at the end of the programme, after you've wasted my life.
Well, I like the catch-ups because you get to see how...
But no, you get to see the old programme, and then you get to see 3 minutes of catch-up at the end. And so what? But Sarah Beanie is, without a doubt, one of the sexiest women I've ever seen. God, man.
You know what I like? Location, location, location.
Oh, yeah. We saw that woman, didn't we?
Kirsty Allsop.
When we went to see... who's the Mindbender? Ginger Brown. When we went and saw Ginger Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And did I go with you to see Ginger Brown?
No.
No, I didn't. I went with my mate Steve. She was there. And she had these like sort of knee-length leather boots on with these kind of stilettos. And she's not really my type, but she's
lovely.
She's quite porcine, but it works for her, I think.
Yeah.
But I think she's married, so
Oh.
she's quite posh. I think I interviewed her once. Maybe I think she could have come on Rise as a guest. I know that another housewoman. I know Sarah Beanie did. Oh,
what's the other housewoman?
There's a really
There's an older woman who does one on BBC Two, I think.
You're thinking of Kim and Aggie.
No, Escape to the.
Oh no, she's
to the country.
Yeah, people living in the city.
Yeah.
What these programmes really annoy me is they never say at the end, and Tim and Margaret bought the house that we showed them, and they're now living it. They never say that.
Don't they?
No, they never do. And I think they should tell you what happens.
Well, yeah, you've invested, what, 29 minutes?
29 minutes of your life, and you've not,
Can you hire Kim and Aggie?
Yeah, of course you can.
What, to clean?
I met Kim and Aggie. They were weird, those two.
Will Kim and Aggie come and clean your house without a camera crew?
Which one's the sexy one?
Kim. No, Aggie. No, Kim.
Is it Aggie? Aggie?
Kim.
Oh, man alive!
No, I think it's Kim.
Okay, well, one of them's quite sexy, but they are a little bit weird, those two. Not as weird or as sexy as Dr. Gillian McKeith.
Oh, yeah.
I had a dream last night that I saw the first episode of the new series of Lost.
Oh, yeah.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And it turns out that, well, it doesn't sound brilliant when you say it, but Jack was everything that Jack was doing, everything in time was going backwards, but he was going forwards. And there was this bit where he was trying to bounce this basketball,
yeah.
And he couldn't bounce it because it would start off bouncing. It would start bouncing really low, then the bounces would get higher because the gravity was working in reverse.
Announcing for the first time ever a development in Greenwich with guaranteed returns tracking the Bank of England base rate and promising a minimum return of 6% for up to 5 years. Galliard Homes offer Greenwich High Road, a stunning new development of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments located in one of London's latest regeneration areas, with prices starting from only £290,000. Buy off plan now in this prime location and you could watch your investment grow with the realisation of vast capital growth potential. Greenwich High Road is ideally situated for Greenwich DLR station, meaning you're approximately 11 minutes from Canary Wharf and 22 minutes from Bank. Attend our sales launch on the 23rd and 24th of June at the Cumberland Hotel Marble Arch and secure the apartment of your choice. Once again, Galliard Homes are allowing you to exchange contracts with an initial deposit of only £1,000, with completions from 2010 to 2012. For full details, call Galliard Homes on 020 7620 1500. That's 020 7620 1500 now, or visit galliardhomes.com. Terms and conditions apply.
On 97.3
DAB
and online,
London's biggest conversation, LBC.
It's 9:30, I'm Jonathan Savage. The first national postal strike in over a decade has been confirmed for next Friday, the 29th of June. Staff from the Communication Workers Union have been meeting in Wimbledon and they've decided to walk out in a row over pay. A man has been critically injured trying to stop his car being stolen in Streatham. He'd left the engine running on Abercairn Road yesterday morning. When he returned, there was a man in the driver's seat. He then jumped on the bonnet as the thief drove off, but fell off when his car round the corner. He suffered head injuries. Police say a seventh terror suspect has escaped with a control order. The man, who's believed to be an Iraqi, disappeared on Monday night. We're not allowed to name him, though, for legal reasons. London's top travel story, the A41 in Hemel Hempstead is partially blocked in both directions. That's at London Road and it's because of an accident. London's weather for tonight, well, it's dry for a time. We're expecting showers to move in as the night goes on, a minimum temperature of 12 degrees Celsius. Sun rises at 4:42, cloud and showers to start, heavier showers later on, a top temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. The pollen count will be moderate. LBC, it's 9:31.
Hello, welcome. Please, no autographs. There's no paparazzi here, is there? I want to go somewhere quiet where I'm not going to be disturbed.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want ice-cold sparkling water with a freshly squeezed lemon, followed by champagne and chocolates.
Of course,
and
madam.
I also want a wide selection of food in a basket.
June, leave the nice lady alone, OK? We're about to take off.
Shall I show you to your seats?
Be treated like a star in British Airways Club World to New York from only £1,199 return. Just don't let it go to your head. Book your holiday fare by the 30th of June at BA.com. Limited availability conditions apply.
A Chanel dress, Malone Blahnik shoes, Cartier jewellery. It's true to say I'm a designer label fan. But let me tell you a little secret. You don't always have to pay designer label prices. At the Curtain Factory outlet, you can get designer name curtain and upholstery fabric for just $6.99 a metre, excluding VAT. So dress your home for less. The Curtain Factory outlet, Ballards Lane, North Finchley. Call 0208 492 0093. But remember, it's just between us. VAT inclusive price, $8.21 a metre.
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
camera phone.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite a good little torch.
You can get
Do you wanna
flashes
be
on
closer?
camera phones.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My phone hasn't even got a camera on it. It's ridiculous.
Loser.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, okay, I'll try and get them off it again and email them.
Okay.
Did
Don't send it to Mr. Lloyd, will you?
No,
There's no
no.
reason for him to see that we're
Did the
lying
ones come to Iain at lbc.co.uk?
I can't check my emails
Oh,
while
right.
I'm lying on a desk.
That's all right, okay.
We'll have a look.
Have fun.
Thank you. He's not going to send them to the bosses, is he?
Oh, God.
We just tuned in. We're lying down on the the desk here. For the thing, I've got the dump button on me. I think I can take a call.
Oh, can you?
I think so. We've turned the screen round, so let's have a go. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yes, hello, Iain.
I think my microphone's off. Is it on?
Oh, no, I think it's because mine's on.
Well, I'm don't be rude, but I do believe that my microphoneage is more important than yours.
Hello there.
Hang on a second, we're just sorting the microphones out. This
All right.
Where's Helen? She's
I'm here.
She's there. This is...
No, you're right, Ian. It sounds a
it's
bit
off,
odd.
doesn't
It's
it?
because my mic is on. Oh, turn this... I don't want that one.
It's okay, let's have... well, this one isn't doing... right, now, which...
Hello.
Hang on a second, we're sorting the microphones out.
Oh, jolly good.
I think that microphone is on, because this one isn't...
Oh.
Neither of these are...
on.
Oh, Chris, you've muffed it up. There we go. We're on. This one's on now.
Okay.
Yes.
And this one? Is this one
Can,
on?
I don't think we can do your one.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah. Hang on, we're sorting the microphones out, mate. Is yours...
Look out, everybody. Make way for the big ship.
Huh?
Right, what do you want?
You're on now, Chris.
Yes, we got it. Okay, we
Look
got...
out, everybody.
We're there. What can we do for you?
Look out, everybody. Make way for the big ship.
Which big ship? Oh, you quoting cardiacs at me?
I am indeed.
Well done, you. Big ship was... Well, I can't tell you my big ship story because it's... I just can't tell you.
Oh.
But I do have one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yes, I've got several.
Yeah, okay, lovely. He's quoting cardiacs at me, which is... I don't know. I'm just going to quickly... You don't mind, Chris, if I take a call, do you?
Okay.
Yes, line 7, you're on the wireless. Turn your radio off.
Hello.
Hello there.
You know the guy that's in the studio with you? I think he's your producer guy.
Agent Chris?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he the guy off of The Office? You know, the nerdy one that was always sucking up to the big boss man? Because he did not sound like him.
Well, no, that was... that was my friend Mackenzie, so no, it isn't, but he does... In what way? Because he's got a silly accent or because he's sucking up to me?
Well, both really.
Yeah,
I'm not sucking
Well,
up.
I've got a bit of a weird accent, but it does sound a lot like the guy from The Office. You know, the sort of nerdy, sucky-uppy one.
Gareth, I believe his name was. Oh, well, it does... Well, I would disagree with you there, but...
Me too.
If you just tuned in, it's it's been an odd day today, and to be honest, I'd rather be at home trying to sleep, and but I can't. So, and also my back is absolutely killing me, just beyond. Are we going to give away one of these aprons? Don't we? Never mind. Back is killing me. So I'm lying down on the studio desk, and Chris is. I don't quite know why you've decided to.
Well, you just look really comfortable and really relaxed. So I thought I'd try it out.
Yeah.
Well, I thought if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it.
I cleared out my drawers today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got a lot more room now because I thought when my cleaner comes today, she didn't turn up. When my cleaner, because she's going to iron my clothes, and I assume that she puts them away for me. I don't know. So I thought, but there's not actually that much room. And what I do is I just push stuff in, So I clean out the drawers. So the top drawer is now at the back. It's my thermals.
Yeah.
At the front on the left, it's my pants. At the front on the right, it's my socks. And at the back on the right,
what are thermals?
Thermal underwear.
Huh?
Like thermal long johns.
What a long john suit?
No, long johns, like the trousers, and like a thermal vest to keep you warm when it's really, really cold.
Really?
You've never worn thermals?
No.
Have you ever been really, really cold?
Yes.
Get some thermals because they will stop you being really cold. They'll warm you up.
Okay.
It's just like insulation for your body.
How many thermals have you got?
I've got. Well, it turns out I've got 2 trousers and 1 t-shirt. I think the t-shirt's probably too small for me. I should have checked it.
Well, I've got a t-shirt.
No, but it's a thermal t-shirt though.
What's the difference?
It means it's made. It's got tiny little holes in it, I guess, that trap the heat. That's how you keep warm. You don't keep warm by putting on one like big fat jumper. You keep warm by putting on like
holy clothes.
No, not holy clothes. Well, a string vest would keep you warm. If you put a string vest and a couple of t-shirts on the top, that'd be better than a big jumper because this is basic science. The
material.
the gaps between the different layers,
Yeah.
that's what keeps the heat in, and that's what insulates you.
But surely a string vest,
Yeah.
those gaps are way too big.
But then you'd have to have like a couple of t-shirts on top of it, and it would insulate you and keep you warm. Basic fact. Hang on a second, it's Mona from Hampstead. Go on, love, have your moan. Go on, Mona, you're on the radio, have your moan. Hampstead.
Yeah, who's this?
It's Iain Lee, you're on the radio, you have your moan, go on, we'll keep quiet, away you go.
Yeah, I just wondered how much more we're going to have a string vest. What a boring conversation. What a boring show. Why don't you go home?
I will do it 10, love. Yeah, she phones up. She used to only phone up at about 20 to 1 on a Sunday night during the Triple M show. And what time are you going? When's Bill Buckley on? But now she started phoning the weeks. I blame Bill Buckley.
She can't get her timings right.
She cannot get her time. I can't go home now, love. I won't get paid. I wish I could, but no, I've got another 22 minutes, and then it's Clive Ball, and then Bill's on at 1. Yes, line 7, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello there.
Ian.
There's a long delay. There's Mona's in the background. Yes?
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Listen, I want to know what's wrong with that studio. If you got a draft or something.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, poor old Chris's neck was giving him jip, wasn't he?
Jip, yeah.
Now it's your back.
It's got me thinking. Chris, when did we have our wrestle? Was it Friday?
Yeah.
I think it's the wrestle because my back was hurting. By the time I got to the hotel Friday night, my back was starting to hurt.
There you go. There must be a connection. I'm just worried about Helen.
Well, yes, no, Helen is looking a little bit strange, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, no, don't say it like that. That's a bit rude.
Are you still lying on the desk?
Yeah, we're lying down.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to be there. Sounds wonderful.
We can have a Jill sandwich. Oh, no, I don't mean that. It sounds vulgar.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that.
I know what you mean.
No, I did mean that, actually.
I know.
But Bob, Clive Ball's producer, has taken pictures, so we might put them on the website at some point.
Please
Yeah,
do.
just to prove it.
Will you look after Helen? Because I do think you really need to protect her.
Well, it's Chris's turn to look after Helen today. I did it yesterday.
I'm all right. I've got nails like men's.
Yes, but watch the draft, Ducky, and don't wrestle with them.
I've got girls' nails, though.
No, well, I'd rather have girls' nails than blokes' nails. That's all.
I'd rather have blokes' nails than girls.
Well, then everyone's happy.
What?
Yes, that won that, didn't it?
Right, you know your cleaner?
Yeah.
Is she going to iron, like, your socks and...
No, I don't want her to iron my pants. I would like her to iron my... Have you ever ironed a sheet? I haven't, but a few months ago, someone ironed sheets for me and put them on the bed, and it was fantastic.
My mum irons everything.
Really?
Including flannels.
I ordered a bed about 6 or 7 weeks ago, and they said it would be between... well, first of all, they said it would take 4 weeks, and they said it would take between 4 and 8 weeks. I haven't heard anything back from them yet. Do you know what? I bet I phone them up and they say, you didn't order a bed? I bet I have that conversation.
You don't even exist on the system.
Oh, I'm getting tense thinking about my bed that hasn't even arrived yet. But so I cleaned out the drawers. So that's the top, and at the back right of the drawers, it's like old T-shirts that I could throw away, but they can be if chicks stay over and they want a T-shirt to wear. You know what chicks are like, man.
What, do you hand them out?
Yeah, high
As
five.
souvenirs?
High five, brother. Yeah, wicked. So, that's that drawer. Second drawer.
Yeah.
There's 3 drawers. Second drawer, it's just T-shirts now. It's all, because there was like shorts and a couple of... it's all T-shirts. I had a big... I got 2 T-shirts to give away, but I might have thrown them away. One is Iain Lee 3 till 6:30, 3.5 hour afternoon wireless show T-shirt, which is someone made for me. And another one is I sleep all night with Mike Mendoza off Talk Sport T-shirt. So I'm going to give those away.
Brilliant.
We'll give those away tomorrow, and we'll give this apron away tomorrow. We'll do that then. So the middle drawer is just T-shirts, but there's loads of room in there now, because that was really overflowing. And the bottom drawer is jumpers, shorts, and swimming trunks.
You can't have jumpers and shorts in the same drawer.
I know it's an oxymoron. It's not. But you can, because it's stuff that is seasonal, and it won't get used that often. Jumpers I don't use that often.
Yeah, and we only have 4 seasons a year.
4 seasons in one day, apparently, according to the crowded houses. So, let's quickly just... Yes, line 6, you're on the wireless.
Yes, I just want to say that lady who phoned from Hampstead is not the only one. This program, I mean, it's just absolutely,
Yeah.
not only boring, it's really, it shouldn't be on, yeah.
But it is on, so deal with it.
Well, I'm just telling you, so I know there are lots of people who feel the same, but they don't bother to even...
No, what they do, the people who feel the same, shall I tell you what they do?
Mm.
They listen to another radio station.
Yeah, that's what I do when Iain Lee is on. That's exactly true, yeah.
But then how do you know... But you're on the radio too, Iain Lee. How do you know that the show's boring if you're listening to another radio station?
Because whenever I turn it on and I don't check my watch or whatever...
Okay.
So, you know...
Well, for those people out there who aren't enjoying this, what do you normally listen to between 7 and 10?
Well, I may not be listening to anything, maybe music or, you know...
Is there another station you could recommend so that we don't get any more phone calls from silly old people like
well,
you?
maybe you will. I'm not silly, I think you are. I was hoping you will stay in America. Okay, bye.
She's going to put the phone down there, look.
She sounded nice, though.
She did sound nice, didn't she? And I suspect that she's angry with something that's, I don't know what it is. It does genuinely confuse me, this. And I'm a fan of like radio, speech-based radio primarily. And I listen to LBC a lot, I listen to TalkSport every now and then. I've started listening to 5 Live a little bit, although it's a little bit too straight for me. Bits of BBC London, you know, I dip in and out because I'm a fan of it. But if there's a show I don't like, I might give it a few chances to grow on me and think, well, maybe I've just not got the style. But if I don't like it, I don't listen to it. I'll flick over to another station.
Yeah, surely it's easier to flick rather than to pick up the phone,
dial the number.
Yeah, and you know they may not even know the number, so they'd have to listen.
I missed it. I have to get it again.
Listen for ages.
Let's try line 9. You're on the wireless, line 9.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Iain?
Yes, it is.
It's Rashida.
Hello, Rashida.
How are you?
Hey.
I don't understand why people phone you and say you are boring. I mean, they just have to listen to another channel.
Exactly.
I find it, I'm sitting here, I'm doing some artwork, and I'm enjoying listening to you.
Yeah.
You and Chris talking. You don't have to pick up, you know, and answer the phone now. You are ill. So it's okay. It's really a relaxing show.
Well, it's a relaxing show. It's not for everyone. And do you know what?
Well, I think people like to be miserable. They just like to complain and moan. And
You've
there
got
are
it.
so many problems in the world. They just have to take it easy.
Rashida, listen, thank you very much. You've got it absolutely spot on there. Thank you. And do you know what? I can't be on fire every day. It's just not humanly possible, is it?
That would hurt.
Let's enjoy the music. Travel. Give it to me, Joycey, baby.
Well, the A41 in Hemel is still partly blocked in both directions with an accident just by the junction with London Road. And to the north of town, Honeypot Lane is still closed northbound from Kingsbury Circle up to Queensbury Circus following a burst water main. It's been shut all day today. It could be closed for the next few days as well. It's quite a big one, that one, and it has been causing big problems throughout today, heading up towards Cannons Park and Stanmore. In Lambeth, there are delays around St George's Circus because of an accident just by the corner of Waterloo Road. The emergency services are guiding traffic past that one. And expect delays around Tower Bridge again shortly because it's lifting at 10 o'clock and then again at 10:30. Also, roadworks continuing in the centre of town on Tottenham Court Road outside the Dominion Theatre. Don't forget you can get a full roundup of some of the major roadworks taking place tonight on the travel pages of our website, lbc.co.uk. On the tubes, the Circle Line suspended between Edgware Road and Aldgate via Victoria after the fire alarms went off at St James's Park. That means severe delays on the District Line, and on the trains this evening, Gatwick Express and Southern still have some delays between Victoria and Clapham Junction, and that's after a signalling problem at Battersea Park. LBC 97.3 travel. There's more throughout the evening.
Do you ever need to settle an argument when you're out and about? Like, why do ships always have female names?
To get your any question answered, text LBC, then your question to 63336, and we'll get you an answer from intelligent people. Save that number to your phone now as AQA. 63336. Then the next time there's a question you need to answer, it'll be just a text away. 63336.
Giving ships a lady's name began as far back as 500 BC, when ancient mariners complimented the woman they loved by naming their sailing vessels after them.
Any questions answered, you'll never be frustrated again. Answers cost just £1.
The Amazing Adventures of Cucumber Man. Tonight's episode, sizzling in the shop.
The customers aren't buying anything in this horrible, horrid, humid heat. We won't make any sales commission this month. Whatever shall we do?
Whoosh!
Who's that standing with his legs apart on my counter?
It's your knight in green armour. It's Cucumber Man on the job.
Ooh, Cucumber Man. What's that thing you're holding?
It's me portable air conditioner with its extending nose. Rent or buy it, plug in and whoosh, instant cold air. Can you dig it?
Cucumber Man, you're really cool and rather good looking.
Right on. All lot shops need Cucumber Man to get them cool again and thus increase business. Catch me at cucumberman.com quickly. Whoosh!
Iain Lee's Good Evening.
But just playing, like I've never played before and doing brilliantly. But so I was playing today with this. There was this guy called Dead Villains.
Yeah.
I think it's called Dead Villains. And so I was doing this trick I used to ages ago, where I'd go, "Yeah, I'm Dead Villains, and I'm an idiot." I didn't say I'm an idiot. I said something much more offensive. He went, "Shut up, man! I'm Dead Villains." I said, "No, listen, I'm the..." And he couldn't work out who was doing it. I said, "No, I'm real Dead Villains. Can you, that Dead Villains impersonator, stop impersonating me because it's getting on my nerves. I'm Dead Villains. I'm an idiot." No, but who is that? Who is doing that? Steve, is that you doing that? Who is it? Because I'm Dead. You don't even know what Dead Villains means. I said, "Yeah, it's deceased crooks." What are you talking about, man? That's bear, man. Don't mean that. What it means is. That's quite a good voice. I can do that.
Very good voice.
Anyway, so this guy was going on, and he was getting really angry. You can't say you're Dead Villains, man, because I'm Dead Villains. What are you saying that for? I was going, I'm saying it because I'm Dead Villains, and you're really starting to annoy. And he was getting well annoyed by it. Like, he was actually going mental as a result of it. Should we take another call?
Yeah.
Line 6, you're on the wireless.
Iain, I'm going to see David Cross tomorrow night up at the 100 Club.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, will I get in with trainers on?
I hope so, because when I go and see him next week, I'm going to be wearing trainers.
Oh, right, good. Oh, that'll be all right then. That's sorted that one out. Cheers, mate.
Nice one. I think you get him with trainers. We're going to go see him next week. That'll be good. David Cross came in yesterday.
Yeah. Wicked.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I've not read any reviews or anything, but it's going to be... Line 7, you're on the wireless.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, there you go.
Somehow or the other, I was under the impression that you had left the show, and I was just about to be thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my time? I was thinking, what am I going to listen to?
Yeah. What made you think I'd left the show? Because I'm lying on a table?
Because I remember, I think it was last week or week before.
Yeah, no. What that was...
Yeah.
Was the... did you get those new jingles?
Somebody mentioned something about going, and you said don't...
What it was is we used to do the Triple M show on a Sunday night, and we've stopped doing the Triple M show on a Sunday night, but on this coming Sunday night...
But is a conjunction.
We're what?
But is a conjunction.
We're back to the conjunction. No, we've got something completely new and different for Sunday nights.
Oh, they were talking about Sundays.
Sunday. So this Sunday... Make sure you listen. This is good, actually. Thank you for reminding me of this.
Do you know my name?
Yeah, it's Ennis.
Oh, okay.
Is it Ennis? That was just... Is it really? That was just... I swear to God... Don't laugh like that. It's freaking me out. Don't laugh like that. No, stop laughing.
You're making me...
Don't laugh like that, though. It's scary. Don't laugh like that.
Ennis.
Stop it. Okay. That was a guess.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah. That is the scary. I can't listen to a laugh like that.
I don't like
blow my
it.
mind.
Yeah.
So yes, radio fans, 10 o'clock Sunday night, something brand new, completely all new show that we've got for Sunday nights.
It's well exciting.
It is well exciting. We need to get you know the thing. I don't know what it says on the Sunday nights on Sky.
Yeah.
Does it say Triple M or does it just say Iain Lee?
Well, it should say Triple M.
Can you get it changed to the new title?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes,
And all listings, magazines that we're in.
I'll let Mr. Hooker know.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Mr. Hooker tomorrow.
Yes.
I saw him today. I've not seen him for ages, and it was nice to see him. If you can let him know the new title of the show.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just make sure, he knows it, but just make sure that it's all up on the...
I should put write the details of the features on the website.
Yeah, please do, yeah.
I'll try and update that.
I'm really excited about it. Now, is it going to work? I don't know. But that's the beauty of doing a show like the new one we're going to be doing, and also of working at a station like LBC, 97.3, London's Biggest Conversation, it says it there, I can read that now, is that they let us experiment and try stuff that may or may not work, and they let us have a go, so that's...
And they don't mind if you fail, as long as you've tried.
Yeah, they make you abort after an hour if you fail miserably.
Oh, yeah.
If you fail miserably, they do.
Yeah.
But if you fail, they just say, don't do that again. And you go on your way, and it's fine, and everyone's happy with that, and that's great. And you wouldn't get that anywhere else. You wouldn't get it on a BBC station. You wouldn't get it on...
TalkSport station?
No, you wouldn't. TalkSport. It's an odd place. It's an odd place. I don't know what other stations... That's the thing, there are only 3... BBC London isn't really... Maybe 3 or 3.5 speech stations. And that's odd, and you'd think there would be more. I remember TalkSport when it was Talk Radio.
Yeah.
And it didn't used to be sport, it used to be just all talk, and it wasn't always brilliant, but it was innovative and exciting.
Sure.
And you'd think that without kissing, without bumming LBC, it is the only station that's all talk and people phoning in.
Yeah.
5 Live's all talk, but you can't always phone in. There's Talk 107 or something in Edinburgh, which is I haven't listened to for ages, but I think it's Bobbins. It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, but down here, it's the only one.
For the moment. We may end up doing... Goal! And here's the latest in the golf from St Andrews. We go over live now to our correspondent, Nikki Falklough. Nikki Sanderson. Nikki, what's happening in the golf?
Oh, no, she's a real person, isn't she? She's the...
She's a real person. She's the fit one from the Coronation Street.
From the news round.
No, she's from Coronation Street, Nikki Sanderson.
She's from the news round, you know?
My friend knows her.
She did, Watchdog and stuff.
No, you're thinking of Alice Beer. Do you remember when Watchdog used to be Alice Beer and, you had a think back.
Who?
You had a think back.
Who?
Sam Robinson.
Oh, Anne Robinson,
You had a week of sleep, go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be her doing it.
That's a rubbish impression.
She's sexy.
No, Alice Beer's sexy.
No, she's not. She's got a really weird face. Looks like she's been punched in the face with a brick.
Yeah, but you like weird faces.
No, I like Anne Robinson.
Yeah, but she's had like...
Well, hang on a second. Let's just see what... Oh, no, that's the... I didn't mean to put you through, line 3. Sorry. Okay, good. Go on, line 2.
Only the psychic show knows the truth.
Now, that's a recurring theme, and I'm wondering how... Anyway, it's nearly the end of the show. I think it's gone all right.
It's all right, yeah?
Break coming up in a second, so just enjoy the music, innit?
Ooh, I tell you what I want to get.
Where can you get brand spanking new Simpsons 4 years before everyone else? Where can you get lost on a desert island and still be ahead of the others? Where else can you get to see Sir David Jason as an elf? Where can you get to see Vic Reeves blowing up caravans in the name of science? Where can you get Ross Kemp infiltrating the most violent gangs in the world and winning a BAFTA for it? Where else can you get a day that lasts for 24 weeks and love every second? Are you getting any of this? Sky One.
LBC 97.3. Iain Lee's Good Evening. Call 0870 90 90 973.
Oh, how did you get through line 6?
Ian,
Yes?
do you know what animal you should get?
Yeah, go on.
Leopard gecko.
A what?
Leopard gecko.
A Mepidecker?
Leopard gecko.
What, is that from, like, Dr. Zeus or something?
No, look it up on Google.
I can't at the moment, I'm lying down.
Oh,
Why are they so good?
because they're cool.
Okay, well, that sounds... I'm going to look up a Mepidecker. Yes, line 5, you're on the wireless.
Oh, it's Douglas Cameron here.
Oh, now listen, I'm glad you've called in, Douglas.
Well, it's all good. I've got the new schedules.
Well, listen, Douglas, can I just say, there is someone phoning up pretending to be you.
Oh.
And doing a very, very poor impression. I've been cutting them off.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
It's good to have...
That's really not on, is it?
It's outrageous, so it's good to have you back on board, sir.
Well, that's lovely, because I did hear that somebody got a little bit insecure because they didn't think they were loved anymore.
Oh, well, no, the real Douglas Cameron is loved. That cheap, nasty, fake impersonator is not welcome here.
Let's all ban her then.
Yes.
What was her name then, really?
Oh, some
The
cheeky...
naughty Scully, wasn't she?
Oh,
Anyway,
yes.
I've got the new schedule.
We've only got 40 seconds.
On LBC 11:52 a.m. we've got the Murdoch Report in the mornings, and on FM we've got Match of the Day. Isn't that lovely?
I
thought we'd call it Match of the Gay, so that's lovely too, isn't it?
I can't wait for that, Douglas. No room for you, though, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, no. Well, that's what you think, but Lisa Munter said that it's all going to be about me even more. You're on television. I'm going to be making a lovely comeback. How lovely.
Lisa Munter hasn't called in for a long, long time.
Well, do you know what? I think you and I need to get together and have a couple of whiskies down at my place. Is that okay?
It sounds like an idea. Douglas, I've got to go.
Bye-bye, dear.
Good lad. There we go. Right. Well, it's coming to the end. Clive Ball's coming up soon. I just need to... How do I turn the volume? Oh, right, we do it like that. I can even fade this in. Look, this is how good I am lying on my back. I can fade in the best of Moog, back off Boogaloo. Cool, huh? Anyway, kids. Hey. Oh, this is so psychedelic. If you missed the show tonight, it sounded like this.
Gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather.
And then another bus pulls up behind. And this woman was faffing around, and I went, "No, I'm going to get the other bus." And I ran off. And I actually said on the way, "I'm going to get the other bus." Back off, Boogaloo, I said. Back up, Riley. Boogaloo, I said.
I almost got locked in my foyer today.
Oh, almost got locked in your foyer. That's good. Let's have this.
I've just moved into my new flat, and we're given two keys, one for our inner flat door and one for the outer flat door.
That would be correct, yes.
Yes. So I left the inner flat door, and usually our outer flat door is open.
Two margarines on the go, it's a nightmare scenario.
Oh, it's nice
Two
having them
margarines in my fridge, it's enough to end a happy marriage. Two margarines, how I long for the day when there's just one. My wife says you're a lunatic, John, but two margarines, it's like a bad dream.
And I went to look at it, and it's this horrible old man. This old man who looked like that, and no hair and stubble and glasses.
Will you look after Helen? Because I do think you really need to protect her.
Well, it's Chris's turn to look after Helen today. I did it yesterday.
I'm all right. I've got nails like men's.
Oh, dear. Wasn't John Shuttleworth good?
He's brilliant.
Hey, Helen, I realise you've been doing extra work because we're lying down. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hey, all listen to these two together, don't they? That works, doesn't it? Anyway, that's it. Back tomorrow at 7. Clive Ball's up next. I might stay here all night, though, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
On 97.3 DAB and online, London's biggest conversation, LBC.
At 10, one-day walkout to hit post service. Famous flood village hit once again, and where does Heathrow rank in the world's great airports? It's 10 o'clock, I'm Jonathan Savage. The first postal strike in a decade has been announced. It's going to take place next Friday for 24 hours and follows a row between Royal Mail and the Communications Workers Union. Dave Ward from the union says there are a number of issues they're not happy about.
What this dispute is really about is Royal Mail's business plan, which is designed to cut services, cut our members' pay and cut over 40,000 jobs.
Royal Mail says it's willing to keep talking. Two armed robbers who meticulously planned a raid on a bank in Bermondsey was foiled by abseiling police have been jailed. Jodie Hall and Kevin Gibson were poised to break into the HSBC and lie in wait for staff when officers swooped from a rooftop and arrested them. The pair and co-defendant Matthew Byrne, who will be sentenced next week, were found carrying a stun gun and a 9-inch kitchen knife. The Cornish village of Boscastle has been hit by more flooding this evening. The village was devastated by flash floods almost 3 years ago. A number of shops are said to be under 2 feet of water, as well as a hotel. There are also reports that a number of homes have been flooded around the harbour. It's understood that so far the river has not burst its banks. Too slow and convoluted, that's the verdict of a senior Met police officer who's told LBC about his worries over security planning for London 2012. The terror threat is one of the reasons why the budget's gone so far over the early estimates. But Deputy Assistant Commissioner Richard Bryan says he's backing the Olympic Board in its aims and denies calling it not fit for purpose.
We're doing our utmost to make sure that this is a safe Games. We're really trying to make sure that by the time we get to 2012, people feel safe, confident in the arrangements that we put in place. And that's why we're having these discussions now, 5 years out.
It's so bad it makes me cringe. The latest shot at Heathrow from the man who runs it. Chief Executive Tony Douglas has been speaking to the Financial Times after voicing concerns to LBC last week. Captain Mervyn Granshaw from the British Airline Pilots Associations told us Heathrow isn't all it could be.
We're very fortunate in that it's the number one airport in the world. Everybody wants to travel and connect through it. Partly that's due to the geography, partly due to the schedules and the variety of operations that go out of it. But in terms of passenger friendliness, I'm afraid it isn't probably in the top 10, and it could certainly improve.
If you're away from your radio and want to stay in touch with the latest news, weather and travel, you can call 0901 723 6666. Costs 35 pence a minute from a BT landline. Other networks and mobile rates may vary. London Travel, Honeypot Lane in Queensbury's closed northbound from Cumberland Road to Stretfield Road. That's because of a burst water main. London's weather, more showers developing through the night, lows of 12 degrees Celsius. More rain on the way for Friday too, with a high of 18 degrees and a moderate pollen count. It's 10:03.
With over 1.3 million ears listening and over 500,000 voices talking, this